Strip here in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. The city incorporated in 1911 as you look at the Hoover Dam, built in 1936. Lake Mead flowing through the dam to the Colorado River. And what better than maybe a little golf between curling draws. But we are here for curling at the Orleans Arena and the 3-6-1 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. Luke Coley, Hans Frauenlob with you here this afternoon as we are into session 13. Japan taking on Italy will be our feature game as teams try and position themselves, getting to the last couple days of round robin play. Everyone's past the halfway point of games played and need to start to win, get into that playoff round, then anything can happen. It's a second tournament. Once that happens, our feature game, Japan and Italy. Both 2 and 5 need some help, and to win out, we'll have to start this afternoon as the teams make their way onto the ice to the applause of the crowd. Let's meet the teams. For Japan, their lead, Yutaka Aoyama. Their second, Ryotaro Shakuya. The skip throwing third stones, Masaki Awai. And the fourth stone thrower, Go Aoki. They will take on Italy with their lead, Daniele Farazza. Their second, Andrea Pilzer. Also with the skip throwing third stones, Joel Ratornes. And their fourth stone thrower, yes, get up there, Amos Mozaner. As we get set, let's look at the standings. Sweden 7-1, then Canada, Scotland at 6-1, Norway close behind at 6-2, Russia 5-2, then Switzerland at 3-3, China in good position in the middle with 3 wins, 4 losses, Korea 3-5, Italy and Japan, who saw 2 and 5 records, Netherlands, Germany, and the US round out with just 1 win in the 13-team field. Here in session 13, USA taking on Germany on sheet A. Sheet B, Switzerland, Russia, big playoff game possibility there. Well, on sheet C, Japan, Italy, both teams need to win. And on sheet D, Netherlands takes on China. China also needs to keep winning here at the Orleans Arena. Great setup this year for the World Championship. We'll bring in Hans Frauenlob, joining myself, Luke Coley, for this afternoon session. And it will be a lot of fun.
Sure will, Luke, and good afternoon, everybody from Las Vegas. Players, athletes, spectators, coaches, everyone's enjoying being here in entertainment capital of the universe. And looking for a little entertainment here this afternoon as well. As you said, Luke, for both of these teams, it's an absolute must-win. 6 teams will qualify for the playoffs here in the Men's Worlds, and realistically, for either of them, winning out from here, as you said on the intro, is what it's going to take. And it could start for either of these teams right here this afternoon. Italy been playing, I think, a little bit better than their 2 and 5 record indicates. They lost a really close game to Canada, but they took a bit of a pounding this morning against Sweden, so it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back from that. Japan, this is their first ever international tournament, like first ever international tournament. Japanese champions, but they've never played it overseas. A real learning experience for them, and they've stayed in a lot of games, and sometimes their relative inexperience just catching them out a little bit, closing games out. It'll be interesting to see how this one goes.
Yeah, Joel Rotornes will definitely have the experience. He's in his 5th World Championship, but 9th his best finish. I was looking at them as a team that could be a dark horse into the playoffs, and not out of it yet, but you said it, can't afford to lose. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Huge game for Italy. They will have the hammer in the first end.
And Japan will throw the red stones. As you see, have their dark tops on. Italy will wear whites and throw the yellows. So to get this one started, Yutaka Aoyama. On Mozaner, Italy, definitely a team that like to hit. They don't have a problem keeping stones around because Mozaner can clean things up in a hurry at the back end, but he'd rather not have to do cleanup. Love those open draws.
That's true, Luke. Amos Mozaner, one of the best exponents of the big weight double takeout run back, and he loves to throw them, but Daniele Ferrazza throws his first stone for the Italians. They need to have a good, well-rounded game, and not always look for that shot. Sometimes I think they go hunting for that shot a bit too much. To win consistently at this level, you have to have every shot in the book and be able to make them at any time. Long corner guard there. And that's not just at the skip position, but right up and down the lineup.
So Aoyama, 33-year-old, is a public servant. Has him listed his sports hero, Benny Hebert, Olympic gold medalist from 2010.
If Benny was watching right now, he'd be saying absolutely.
Why isn't everyone?
Why isn't everybody? Why aren't everybody's hero?
So centerline guard. And Ferrazza now trying to use that corner guard. Even if this is top part of the rings, it's pretty good.
Out!
First end's shaping up interesting. We've got two guards already. Not laying a brush to it yet. Good spot. Tucked right behind that corner. Iwai will ask Ryotaro Shikuya to make the corner guard clear.
Okay.
All right. Knows it, but we'll run it back.
Yeah, the miss hit on the peel. Well, we'll just run it back, leave the corner guard. We got two guards out in front.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work for Japan. Italy won't mind. They've got the hammer. Andre Pilzer. Again, try to go around that corner.
Spazio. T-line.
Linea buona.
5-1. T-line.
Linea buona.
5-1.
Raggio Mascia per la gira.
T-line 5-1.
No, sola.
T-line
Raggio
5-1.
Mascia.
T-line.
Mai.
4-2.
Mai Danda, mai. Okay.
Well, since it's top part of the house and as that one settles, let's look at the rules of play. 6 ends must be played in each game before team can concede. 38 minutes of thinking time given to each team with 1 60-second timeout. And of course, the team that scores more points wins the game.
Generally wins the game. Always wins the game.
Both these teams hoping to be up on the scoreboard as that one going on the outside to try and push that one out. Won't be able to, so.
I think he pushed it right behind the center guard, Luke, at least half behind it. Good look at it there, 3/4 behind that red center guard. Yellowstone belongs to the Italians.
T-line.
Linea buona.
4-2.
Linea buona.
Playing in his third
4-2.
World Championship.
4-2.
Linea molto buona.
3 of the 4 players, 15, 17, and now 18. Bertorna is playing in
Molto buona.
a couple previous.
Continua. Tira giù. Okay.
Didn't quite get a corner behind the center guard, but it is into the rings, top 12 foot. Ferrazza looks on after a sweep. Tornas and Mozaner sizing it up.
That's always interesting seeing the two of them stand together because Mozaner is such a tall gentleman, and then
Yeah.
Joel, not a short guy, but anyone compared to Mozaner is short. So
I wasn't going to be unkind to Joel and say height challenged. He's definitely not. But Amos, one of the taller competitors here. Be a pretty good rebounder, I'm sure.
gets to that hog line in a hurry is Masaki Awai, 32-year-old. See enough, chance to make this double. Get one, clip the back one, won't be able to, but sticks around, top 12 foot, just on the side. See if it's a possible stone that could be used later.
Having a look. Holding the brush, that will be the target line for Joel Retornas. Try to come around that center guard again. There's a closer look at Amos Mozaner.
Joel, 82% on the tournament, right in the middle of the third stone throwers.
4-2, 4-3.
Spazio!
Non esce di calcio economia,
Spazio,
4-2.
Fizz! 4-3.
4-2.
Spazio, ci pure io.
4-3.
Regla, finisce bene. Fizz!
Great looking
4-3.
line.
Fizz! Tira giù che è perfetta.
Sweeping now for curl. They want to tuck it at least half behind that center guard. Front 4 foot, perfect weight. Just need to curl another half a rock. Pretty good shot.
Looks like they got enough here with that. See the teams using that sweeping with the player closest sweeping with the direction is trying to curl to get the inside of it tucked, and
At least a third of it.
no double on that. Unless you can play the run double.
Yeah, looks like that's what they're lining up, Luke. Did a game involving Japan earlier in the week, and Masaki Iwai, I believe it was against Canada, they timed the run back at about 5.5 seconds between the hog lines, which is beyond fast.
Well, and misses everything and leaves him protected in the house. Just an absolute worst case scenario.
Exactly what I was thinking. The worst possible outcome when you try the run back is when you just miss it and you leave a guard in front of the stone.
Be tough to go and actually call that and play that shot to make that.
Yeah, you could try that 50 times and it wouldn't happen like that. Fantastic chance for the Italians now. Line 2 undercover.
4-3, 4-1.
Torn is now going to draw around the corner guard on the left-hand side of the sheet as he's looking at it.
4-1.
See how much the stone is curling as it decelerates.
Tira giù.
Watch it
Linea
finish.
perfetta. Oh, Simboni, Simboni.
Good looking stone. Perfect spot. Great shot by Retornas. Perfectly behind the guard. Italians are lying 3 buried.
I don't think there's any effect from that lopsided loss earlier today. So far early on, nice to be able to get back out on the ice.
Well, that's exactly right. They conceded early against Sweden. It just wasn't happening for them this morning, so they got off the ice and mindful that they had another game this afternoon. Exactly right, Joel. Early returns are promising for Team Italy.
ちょっと落ちると思う。回しすぎなくてもいいと思う。
So now Go Aoki, the youngster looking to play the run double himself.
Sweepers
Couldn't keep up to
couldn't catch it. Calling for the sweep. Sweepers were a little off guard. They were trailing the rock instead of being in position to sweep it. Kills one Italian stone, but leaves the other one behind it. There we see the sweepers. They're being called for the sweep, but they just can't catch it, and it just goes by the back stone. I don't know if the sweeping would have saved it, but it certainly needed it. 3-point end still absolutely on for the Italians.
Direi che 3-7 4-2 vabbè. Ok.
Amos Mozaner, 23-year-old, Fourth stones.
Linea buona. Quando mi sono sciolati là.
He was 5 years old.
4-3.
Linea buona solo alla fine.
4-3.
At 23, playing in his third World Championship.
5.
Pagano ancora questa.
5.
Sweepers
Dove
backing
gira?
off this
Dove?
one. They think it's got lots of weight.
3-2, 5-3. Vogliono spazzare? 5-3.
I really don't want this one behind the tee line, but it's going deep. Will it stay for third shot? Just. Not a horrible place, but they absolutely wanted it in front of the tee line.
Well, the out now is a freeze.
Center disappointed with himself. Early in the game, you really do rely on
割れて
feedback
丸見えになっちゃうの多分
from your teammates. Don't try to dial in with weight. You do have the pre-game practice.
ちょっと切れないね。
Now it falls to Go Aoki,
8とか、
youngest player in the tournament, 18 years of age, first international tournament.
He's been curling since the age of 10.
Over half his life. Sweepers are really working at Shikuya. Aoyama need to get by the top stone. If they were ever to wreck, it's a disaster. They're by it.
How far can they take this one?
Oh, super shot by Aoki. Just short, leaving the Italians line one, but it's perfectly behind the guard, and that reduces the risk of dropping a four.
Well, nice sizing up off that side one. Earlier on, stayed in. Double for 4.
No. As we watch the replay of this stone by Aoki, you see the red stone at the top of our picture by the boards. Almost Mulsanne are lining that one up for a flat double.
Did not waste much time. He loves this type of shot.
Yeah, they look for it. I mentioned earlier they go hunting for the big white shots. And we're in Las Vegas. This is where you gamble. And Mulsanne and the Italians gambling here. Going for 4 instead of an easy 2.
Last stone here, first end. Got to make the double. 1. Get the second one. Look at that for 4.
Bellissimo!
Look at that. No surprise that Mulsanne comes up with that to score 4 in the first.
Un po' lì che suona bello, era 7,
7-5
però finì
sta come tutti.
俺の曲がんなかったワイドですよ。いや申し訳ない。あれもういいかば。
まあ9エンド使って長くやっとくしかない。
2取って
出だし悪いな。いつも。
出だしで開いちゃうからね、毎回ね。よし、まあ2点取ってこう、ゆっくりゆっくり。まあ6エンド使えば追いつけるからね。
確かに。
2122でいいのかな。
追いつける。
7エンドで。
Well, that was quite the start for Mulsanne and Italy. As soon as that one came to rest, he was licking his chops to go after that double. Decided, you know what, let's go all in, let's go for this deuce.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Not a problem for the Italian fourth stone thrower. They saw a double made by Nicholas Edin earlier today that was 4 against them.
Yeah, what an opening. Japanese see them in the mid and break. Looking quite dispirited. Kawayuki throwing what he thought was a pretty good shot. Cut the Italians down, then almost mows on her.
3球いいよ
Coming in smooth like old Blue Eyes himself.
ちょっと落ちてるね Yes
Flat double takeout, bango.
ちょっとダウンかな1半はいよ2までいく2までいく OK
Sì, flash 85.
Linea buona
5-1!
linea buona
5-1!
buona linea linea molto buona linea linea Pinska è buona
Catching a roughly after that. Amazing flat double by Mosana. Like a lightning bolt.
Okay.
Rots into the rings.
Well, look, in Switzerland, Russia, what's going on right next to us? The Swiss with the hammer and an opportunity to get an early deuce. Of course, they pulled off a miraculous, quite the game last night against Korea with the win. That puts them at a position right now. They're 3-3, and a win in this game against Russia, who's at 5-2, bring them down to the same loss number. That's huge.
Huge game for both teams. A pair there for Mark Pfister. So Switzerland up 2-0, but you're exactly right. Swiss living a bit of a charmed existence, winning a game against Korea when the Korean sweeper burned the final stone of the game. And Switzerland with an improbable 12-11 game. We'll quickly update our scores on Sheet A. No score between the States and Germany. Sheet B, Switzerland with a 2-0 lead over Russia. Italy in our feature game, 4-0 over Japan. Netherlands with a 2-0 lead over China on Sheet D. We'll keep you up to date with the scores throughout the match.
We may see a little bit of this after a 4 going up in the first. Pilzer will end up nosing it, so some life for Japan now.
Yeah, there's a mistake by the Italians. Wanting to clear the corner guard, they nose it.
X sopra.
前の石バンパーぐらいで崩せない前の石ハックとかで崩せないバンパーとかハックで
So 2 corners up for the Japanese.
どっちでもいいよ
Italian
OK
stones in the rings.
ここでも OK
Well, here's where you haven't seen the. Sometimes they haven't been played too many of these scenarios in international events. What do you play? You have the 2 corners. Do you try and use them now? Those 2 in the front. Try and use them as guards. But here they're electing to freeze the top one, maybe a little tap.
今いいよ
Yeah, I think you can get too aggressive in this situation. Yeah, it's devastating dropping a 4 in the first, but it's a bit of a curling cliche. But if you're ever going to drop a big end, you want it to be in the first end. You got a lot of game left. 2 points here is pretty darn good. You don't have to force it, and they are forcing it a bit here by playing the freeze.
When you talk about force it, use a baseball analogy. You can't hit a 5-run home run.
Can't hit a 5-run homer. That's exactly right. Here's
So we
Coach
see-
JD Lin. He's probably channeling those thoughts to his team.
I'm always interested sometimes to see coaches, why aren't they watching the sheet that they're on? They're always looking at other games, seeing what stones are being played as well, because they'll be moving on sheets and see what other teams are doing and pairing up and matching stones. So that's really important for them and the alternate and the national coach to keep an eye on. So we see Soren Gran, the Italian coach.
Pilzer with a nicer clear of the corner guard on that last attempt. So after freezing front now, EY looks to go around the pile in the rings. Coming back to the thought, you got 2 corner guards up. That's the situation you want when you're going for a pair. Why not duck around them? Two's plenty in this end. You don't need to score 3.
ですそのままイエスそのままイエス
You'll take 3 if you get a mistake, but you just got to
Absolutely.
make sure you try and give yourself a chance to score 2.
What you don't want to do is give up a steal.
So 2 in the top part of the rings. It is Italy lying 1-2.
Give up a steal, you're down 5. And it is a long way home from there. Get a 2, you're down 2. Right back in the game. Charlotte Tornes. Oh, very nice play by Retorners, removing both Japanese stone and spinning zone stone out of harm's way. Nice shot. Italy thinking very much force. They're more than happy to give Japan 1 in this end.
Very nice moving, changing the angles of those. Thought right away, they're real nice to use the corner guard now if you're Japan.
Corner guard is definitely the play if you're going to score 2 here. Looked to me as he was making the call before he headed down the ice as Aoki's holding the brush. Looked like he was going to make a play on the shot rock and roll behind the Yellowstone on the right. Not a bad shot either, but leave a very short run back for Amos Mosaner. And you saw what Mosaner can do in the previous end with big weight.
ちょっと待ちたい。
ちょっとないから4-3 4
Maybe draw around the clock there.
4 いや
スイッチ欲しいな。スイッチやスイッチ。
いいよ植えていいよはいゴーゴーゴーゴーゴー
奥でもいい。yes.
Right to the side of the forefoot, but it's going to be open.
Only half open. The throwing in. Good 2/3 available for Joe Retornes. This one's really making a move.
Trying to get by the front, and they will.
Just.
Wow. Played that awfully close to that front stone.
I think it even raised it going by. It was that close. Net result, Italy lies 3. We'll update USA Germany.
Rich seems to think this will. Well, what do you want?
That's a mess the U.S. is facing, Greg Persinger.
I'm fine with this.
They blank the first with the hammer. The team that comes in, if you looked at their stats, you wouldn't think they were sitting with a 1-6 record. But haven't been able to finish off games. We saw it earlier today. Couldn't finish off against Russia. They lose that one, so have lost 6 straight games after opening up with a win in their first game against Japan.
That can really wear on you, Luke, when you're getting yourself into winning positions and just can't close them out. You start to think you're snake bit.
Persinger trying to get by, make the double, sit there, score your 1.
Oh, very nice shot by Greg Persinger.
That's with Colin Huffman to basically go end to end to hold that one.
Colin won't mind. He said, you make those kinds of shots, Greg, I'll sweep them all day. Very nice shot. Very nice corner freeze. Italy's going to run the guard.
Yeah, got a very Fortunate getting a little rub off that top one, playing it.
Clean.
Over in Las Vegas, you need a little luck sometimes. Corner guard gets cleared.
The ladies' luck.
Luck be a lady tonight.
黄色なんだよね。これ多分こうやってもこう
Mosaner,
ヒットステー先だと思うな、前ヒットだと思うな。
こうでしょ。
うん、そうだと思うよ。
キャップね。キャップがね。後悔。
うん、それでいいと
これステイで
思う。
もありだよね。
ステイでもあり。十分で。
comes down to have a look. Doesn't look that much better.
やってもないんだよな。
微妙だよね。逆どっちロールしてもいいからね。
Looks like the Italian stone is still shot rock.
できればね。
Edge of the floor.
広めに考えた方がいい。一もわかんない
Japanese
し。
stone welded right on top of it. Question for Japan is when do you pull the trigger to make the bump on that stone? Wouldn't mind seeing them freeze another one right on top of it.
Either that or try and just play the little hit and roll to the side of the forefoot and make that play right now.
Yep, you could make the inside play, and you need some separation though if you're going to make a play on the shot block. Otherwise, Mosaner will certainly try a flat double. Going to be a play on the front rock. Rolls it across. Sits in third shot position.
Now do we see another rock in here from Mosaner to
ちょっとダウン
try and peel, blast that one out, and then have that catcher on the side?
I'm guessing yes. You can see by Joel Retornas' path clean. That would appear to be the plan for the Italians.
So buckle up.
Yep, 7/8 frozen. Sorry, not good enough. I'm still going to blast it out of there. Gonna have to catch this one pretty thin though to stuff it against the side stone.
Mosaner throwing him hard. Some may say even throwing him overhand.
Yeah, this one's
前
a heater.
前
Wasn't the smoothest slide that time, Luke.
Try to make contact, make the double. Won't push that one out on the side.
Just a bit too thin. A little wobbly on the delivery there from Mosaner.
どういうポジションらしたあれでしょ
So, doors open now for Japan. Potentially score there too.
That's what we said they had to work to try and get. You can't think, I got to get it all back on one end, make the draw, score two, cut the lead in half.
Just needs full 12 foot.
Go Aoki in the final stone, the second
見
end.
たいよ、見たいよ、見たいよ。
まだちょっと伸びてる
Looking at it
止まり待ちだね。
very
伸びてる伸びて
intently.
る
Sweepers are not laying a brush to it yet. Shaking the brush over their stone, willing it to slow down.
止まり待ちだわ。
It does look like it will stop. It has all the rings to sit in. And not too bad, goes back 8 foot. So Japan cuts into the lead. It's now 4-2 as we play two ends here. It's session 13 from Las Vegas.
ずいぶん気持ちよく滑ってたよ。
ね7ビッタだねここら辺そうこのラインでも滑る
あ
7だったおお
あ。坂登って。
そう終わったねビタッと
岩井さんの2投目ってあんま曲がんないんですか？
どっちも曲がんない。
めっちゃ曲がんない。
1投目はでもまだね
なんか俺の1投目俺の2投目めっちゃ曲がる。
どれと変える？
いいよ。いやなんか変えても分かんなくないですからちょっと広めとってもらいます。2投目だけドロスになったら。
なんで上司今のところ。
今のところは大丈夫だと思う。
Welcome back inside the Orleans Arena. Luke Coley, Hans Frauenlaub in the 3-6-1 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. We're on sheet B this afternoon. Yutuki Itaka Ayama will get us going for end number 3.
ちょっと待ちたいぐらい。いいよ、ウェイトいいよ。
Big deuce in the second there by Japan. Exactly what the doctor ordered after you drop a 4 in the first. Get yourself back into it.
Okay.
See how patient the Italians can stay here. They're still in control here in the early going. 2 up with hammer.
Well, strategy here, some teams you draw to the wing, but Italy staying as they normally would. Put the center, let's go in behind. Some teams change their strategy so much after getting a big end that actually hurts them.
Well, it certainly worked for the Italians in the first end, going around the center. And cashed in with a 4 that time, so why not?
95. Tira giù. Ok, va bene.
Hides a corner.
フリーズでもいいよ。オッケ
That
ー。
hiding corner.
押してもいいぐらい。
A unique takeaway from
いいよ、ウェイトいいよ。
Taka Ayama.
待てるよ。
Straddles his sliding leg, wraps it right around him on the way back on the take back.
Well, just a little tap, not quite the line they were hoping for. Slide over. Look at all those stones all surrounding. The heart of the ring's wide open, but Switzerland has one protected, forcing Alexei Timofeev to draw into the center of the house to get a single point after giving up a deuce in the first. Timofeev, impressive win coming back and knocking off the U.S. earlier today. They sit with a 5-2 record. Russia able to get their single point right to the side of the forefoot. Russia has never made the playoffs at a world championship on the men's side. Women's program
ヒットローはしなくていい。
is in fine form right now,
これ？これ T よ。
medaling in 5 straight seasons.
ここベスト。オッケー。
Yeah, it's a different looking team, Russia, from the team that we saw last year at the World Men's in Edmonton. 3 of these 4 players were part of that team, and they went 0-12, 0-11 rather, winless. And this year, they really turned it around. They're looking much more relaxed. I think that's a big plus for them. And right in the thick of it. 6 teams will make the playoffs here in this expanded 3-6-1 World Men's this year. 13 teams in the field.
Well, trying to come around to get to that, comes up well short.
Yep, that's an uh-oh. Let's look in at the Netherlands and China. Chinese stone sitting on the front of the button, so this is a potential draw for 2 for Chou Deshao.
Well, China controls where they will finish in this one. Right now, 3-4. Netherlands, same situations. Both the teams in our feature game need to win out. With that 5-loss mark already, China gets their second point, pardon me, with that draw to add 1 more to it. So 2-2 after 2 on sheet D.
Yeah, a win for China would definitely put them right back in the frame. Consensus seems to be that 7-5, 1-loss record. Very likely to see you safely into the playoffs. 6-6, you might need a little help. 3 stones in the rings. Italy with the hammer here on the 3rd.
Don't necessarily want to hit, but I think you got to try and remove something.
Yeah, real danger building here.
last a second stone, so feel maybe give one more crack to make this freeze.
Yeah, one last chance, and after this, if it doesn't work out, you pull the chute in a big way.
ちょっと安い
There's a fine line of judgment between pressing to try and make something happen and recognizing when it's lost and you really have to get into damage control. Good looking stone here. Pretty good.
Yeah, very nice. It curls a half rock more perfect, even though still pretty good where it sits.
Un attimo larga.
Tre quarti, però devi Narber, devi spostarne da questa.
Sì, 3/4, plutôt sta più ampio l'esterno.
Torres just swiveling his head around just to see the position of the stones behind him. Andrea Pilzer tuning the front stone.
Gets the one, sort of pushes that red off a little bit to the side off the center line.
Actually covering the shot block in the process. He's taking a long look at it. Which one? Is it us? Or no? Is it them? Not sure. Let's take a closer look ourselves, shall we? It's red all day.
トップとかでもう芯とかでいいんじゃないトップで芯ドーンっつってもいい
What say you, Luke Coley?
I'm taking a close look like the Japanese are. Looks like it's just red.
それランバー来るよね。
絶対来るトップでこれでもうバーンっていい
コントとかでステイでもいいんじゃない？
ちょっと曲がりきった時怖くないノーマルとかで
別に曲がりきったらこいつのガードになるだけだから。
ああ
ベストはこれだけで。
うんそれでいいと思うそれでいい
I think whether you're one or second shot, I think you're playing. I like the hit and roll myself either way.
Not too much difference in your shot choice depending on whether you're shot or not. The accumulation of the Italian stones is still the concern for the Japanese. Italians have got hammer. We saw in the first end what Mosaner can do moving rocks around. Difficulty for EY. You make the inside roll, you're almost certainly jamming the stone directly behind Goyoki to the right as we're looking at it.
But I think if you make the roll, it doesn't matter if you do jam it.
It's not awful. Depends how good the roll is.
曲がったら早いからクリーンだけ
一回やった時超落ちたんだよノーマル。
ああやべえこれ
Sweepers on it immediately. And that side looks disgusted. And that's why.
Well, he gave up on that right away, right on release. He knew he didn't like it. Never gave it a chance. This could spell disaster for Japan.
Yep. About the worst possible way to miss that one. Crashing the guard and removes the protection. So wide open now for the Italians. They don't mind if they lose their stone at the back of the button in the process. They'll be lying 3.
Quell'interna.
The benches look on as Joel Tornes lines this one up.
8 secondi 8 secondi
Oh, yep.
clean prova a rollare in mezzo prova a rolla ok
Very nice.
And those go with relative ease.
Okay.
Italy lies 3 and now steepish angles for the Japanese. It'll be a really thin double to try and double them off. Leaves you hit and roll, and
今度 OK
even though it's a relatively short roll, it's tough to make a hit and roll when you need it. And it's still a pretty short run back.
さっき遅かったよね。
ちょっと遅かった。11秒ぐらいだったな。
Get the thoughts of that previous stone out of his mind. Recover with this shot.
Yes. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Jackie, come on, yeah.
Stay on the nose.
Well, right on the nose, no roll possible. Well, no roll there that was they're hoping for.
いいと思うけどな。
Italy, a glorious chance for multiple score again after scoring 4 in the first.
Già normale. Ok, mi piace.
You don't need to score very often in a game if you're scoring 3s and 4s, that's for sure.
Nove metri! 9 metri! 9 metri! Martin!
Perfect. Outside roll, great separation.
No real great double looks on these 3 stones.
Bel così. Come on.
Buona
Joel Tornes, the veteran at the ripe old age of 34.
俺のアウトターンだぜ。不安しかない。不安要素しかない。
Skipped Italy at the 2006 Winter Olympics 2 years ago.
はいよ。
Well, real tough to make this double, so just try and hit and roll. Get towards that other one.
So that'll be off the launch pad.
You can throw him hard as well. Finn will just touch that one over and loses his shooter.
Just underneath it, needed to hit that top one a little thicker.
Tanto lanciaš postavo
Wry smile from goal.
6, 8, che dici?
Sì, 3,
7,
8.
8. 65 tirati prima.
Chi lanci 5-1?
7, 8, va bene.
Sì.
Routine, but really important shot coming up from Ramos Mosaner. He's just been throwing rockets.
Secondo me è più o meno simile.
Now you want to throw it on the tee line.
Piuttosto che io, pellettini di
3-8 mi piace.
3-8, spassata, sicuri Ioane.
Let's look in USA, Germany. It is Germany line 1.
Linea buona.
Alexander Baumann draw to the forefoot and come to his own
Esserti line.
in order to get a second point, take a 2-1 lead in that game.
Deve esserti line, non serve girarsene niente.
His own stone to use for backing as long as he's a little bit on the inside of it.
5-1 va bene. Linea ist gut.
They're sliding slightly past the tee line.
Gut
It stays in
gehalten,
the
hat
ring.
keine
Italy
Auflage.
lies 3.
Braucht genau die Länge.
Bist drauf? Bist drauf,
Genau
ja?
auf den Pin.
Bist drauf?
Genau auf den Pin.
Well, Germany's been mixing up their lineup here. We've seen
Genau drauf.
them get their 1 win, and then Alexander Baumann actually come out of the lineup. He's back in it here, second straight game, and they get a deuce there to lead 2-1 after 3 ends.
Great situation here for the Italians, Luke.
Hit and roll the only out for Japan.
Well, there's nothing really safe. Hit and roll is maybe not an out, but it takes you nearer the door.
Stand there. Yes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yes, yes, yes. Hard, hard. Yes, yes, yes.
Really
Trying to-
slowing down.
Hit and sit, but it'll sit in the open, and you get 2 back, but it, opportunity for 3 right back for Italy.
In the game, we saw a 12-11 game last night between Switzerland and Korea, and this game's got the makings of similar high scoring.
Well, a chance to make it a 7-2 game after 3 ends. You do not see that very often.
Center has to convert.
So hit and stick.
There's a match quasi.
Final stone, third end.
Clean.
Clean is a lovely word to hear when you're a sweeper on a hit.
Right down to it for the third point. So Italy gets 3 more, and they have a 7-2 lead through 3 ends of play in session 13.
6がまあまあストレートだった。
ちょっとそうかな、そう思う。6ちょっとストレートっぽい。
早かったんだけどね。
6がストレートで
3が曲がる。
重い。4が曲がる。
タイムズもちょっとあったけど、
3は重たいね。確実。
3重たい。
あれ変える？
変えるか。
俺に23使うか。
23使って1と4使って4がちょっと曲がるから最初に投げる。で岩井さんの王は
気をつける。
もしくは 6を曲がるとまっすぐになっちゃうけど、それでもいい。6使って4を岩井さんが使うか。4多分普通だと思う。4、1か。じゃあ3、4、あ、でも4。3が重くて4が曲がる。
1が普通かな。
Well, the fourth end, and it has been wild so far.
Well, we are a 1 and a 5 away from a straight flush here, Luke.
Well, there you go. We'll do well on the tables here in Las Vegas. We're here at the Orleans Arena, 361 World Men's Curling Championship. Italy played a solid game to that point. Some mistakes by Japan, and not just mistakes, but worst possible mistakes. First end, play run back, and just narrowly miss it. Leave Italy lying too buried. Can't make out the bail shot, the saver shot. Plus you see a double by Mozzaner in the first. Just a phenomenal shot.
Yeah, Italy has certainly been punishing Japanese mistakes in the biggest way possible. Coaching advice for the Japanese, though, doesn't change. Still can't hit that 5-run homer, even if you did.
Now you need it.
Be tied. Yeah, exactly. Daniele Ferrazza, 83%. Japan just has to focus on getting the pair.
Linea buona.
4-2.
Aspetta su Boris.
4-2. 4-1-4-2.
Linea ben buona.
4-2 già.
Aspetta allora, aspetta se 4-2.
È già 4-2.
Ok. Nanda.
Well, another one. Both actually, they just normally you want those on the center line there. They come a little bit off over curl coming into the rings. Japan going to do the 2 corner guard play.
ちょっと早い。
ごめん。
3-4。
ちょっと待って。
あ、でもこいつも止まる石だ多分。
3-4-4。
Oyama.
3だな。
いいよ3。
5だ。5。
Go Aoki really pivots in about a 180-degree range when he's brushing.
いいね。
Well, 2 corners. Italy will try and keep this as clean as possible.
Tornes holding the target for Andrea Pilzer. 79% for the tournament.
Clean. Clean.
Kills one. No real chance of double clear there.
And no need to even
Don't even
think
think
you
about
got to
it.
try and play that.
Exactly.
Qualche banda qua la prima? No, le girate bene lì.
Ryotaro Shikuya, 84% for the tournament for the Japanese. Yeah, it's a little ironic that curling games, you always want to get a good solid lead and have control, but sometimes you can get a big lead too early, and normally you go into defensive mode in the later ends when you're trying to protect the lead and close it out. And here you are playing the fourth end, you get a 5-point lead. And you're thinking, okay, that's enough, but it's still too early in the game to think totally defensively.
Yeah, the situation dictates if you need to. Okay, maybe I have to play that freeze. Maybe I have to play a quiet weight shot, not just the blast, as Pilzer with the little speed wobble. Nosed a peel earlier. This one right by and will kill his own.
Well, that wasn't in the brochure.
Was not a good slide from Pilzer. Watch the little wobble.
Oops.
There it is. Resets himself, and then the extension gets nothing but Yellowstones moving.
Shikuya. Sweeping it deep to try and get maximum curl, get as much protection as they can from the guard.
Well, at some point now, Hans, after that miss, you have to maybe change that in strategy. You may have to play a freeze late and peel this one first, see what happens, but
You're still in a mode where giving up two is okay. You're just trying to defend against a three. Don't be happy about giving up the two. You never are. But after that miss by Pilzer, that might be the best the Italians can do here. No mistake by Retornas clearing the guard. And they did go around to the out-turn zone. Chance now for Japan to duck around that guard, top of our picture.
that's why you put those two out in front.
I wonder what Aoki's looking at there. Pretty sure it's on the rings go. Just confirming in his own mind if it comes around the guard, if it's coming top house. How much of the house do we need to get second shot?
75% for Hawaii.
Skilly was kind of straight arming Aoyama there away from the stone early in the sweep, but need to rest now, just on the tee line. Nice shot. 2-point end is on now for Japan. Maybe a three.
E lo farà?
Noi da esempio hanno il Parchi, no?
Devo fare una guardia dopo?
Sì.
E lo vedi in ancora aperta?
Esatto. Sta guardando il Sapar dopo.
When you peel the guard, if you don't get the one in the rings, then you're going to have to make a double, otherwise there's going to be a three put up.
Yep, this is the way to potentially kill a couple, but there's definitely risk, Luke, you're right.
If they peel this one, miss everything, probably see the freeze of that Yellowstone.
Absolutely right.
And no easy double in the house.
Yep! Yep!
Okay.
Just gonna miss it.
Man goes just underneath. Still, Japan line 2.
Maybe we're gonna see that 5 yet, Luke. I'm just kidding. Well, not 5, but the 3 is definitely on.
And we might get 2 pairs
I was gonna say
at some point.
Might get 2 pairs. Japan hoping for a full house of their own stones.
5でいいと思う。
ここ
それでいいと思う。
いやまだちょっと早いと思うんだよね。
でもガード置いて打たれたらもう。
まだちょっと早いと俺でも遅いと思うけど。
ああ、俺も。いや、
まあガードしとけば確実に2点は取れるよ。
Considering
でも
the
3はな
guard,
くなるでしょ。普
don't
通にこ
love
れで
that
足りると
call.
思うよ。
まあね。でもこれステイされてもこっちガードあるからもう1個かましちゃえば3点だけどね。
それはあるね。でもさ相手もワンツー作ってくるね。ファイターとか。
ここだとね。
最後難しいショット求められる気するんだよ。
Come down and have a talk about it. I'm not sure how much there is to discuss. You throw the guard, the Italians hit the open shot. You get 2.
これ来るよ。まあね。
There's JD Lind.
あのウェイトなら。
Can only beam his thoughts to his team. Unless they call timeout, he can't offer them coaching advice from the bench.
Well, you put the
Although his expression probably tells you a lot.
you put the corner guard up, protect the one. They hit the open one. You could wrap another one.
ガードでいいんじゃ
If
ない
they don't place the one right, you might have a double for 3.
Yeah,
こ
you
こで
might.
残ってもこれ打ってもまた3点でしょ。水方がま
これ
だ楽じゃない。
がずれた時はもうまあ2点だなって感じだけど。最悪ここでもいい。
いいと思う。
まあダメだったらここでもいいよ。
幅がいないし。
One thing you can be fairly sure of is that
ここなんだわ。
Mosaner will throw a thundering hit
ここ
at
まで
something.
行く。ここまで行く。
うん。
これぐらいじゃない？
最後スイートでどうやって
センターで多分これまで。引っ張っとけば大丈夫でしょ。早くてもそれだと大丈夫だし。さりげなくいいんじゃない？
Well, they're enjoying it.
Yeah.
So that took a while, but let's do that. He cracks his knuckles after a long wait.
気持ちがいいとは思うけどと思うよ。多
I
少は。
like the demeanor of this team. They-
38ベスト。
It's the demeanor of a lot of Japanese teams, men and women. You see them, always a lot of smiles on their faces. So playing to that wide one, this one looks like a lot of ice to try and get to the wide side.
certainly does. Although we've seen EY's stones really curl. He crashed a guard on a hit earlier on.
上げていいよ。
スイッチ。
This one's got it. Some,
青丸でいい。青丸でいい。
あるあるある。
comes into the ring. It's not a bad shot.
Yes.
It's a good spot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a can run the double, but it's going to help secure at least a 2.
Yep. Let's see. Put it anywhere totally safe against a potential double. Chance for Mosaner to double a couple of these stones off. He'll absolutely lose his shooter if he does.
Well, trying to make the double, and we'll push that one off to the side. Can it spin all the way out?
Well, it stays in the 12-foot for a second shot, so great chance now for Japan.
Freeze that one again. As we look over Switzerland, Russia, 2-1 game. Switzerland with the hammer in this 4th end.
Good chance here for Mark Pfister to cash in a pair.
Yeah, really riding some momentum now. They come in a 3-3 record.
You have a day like the Swiss had yesterday. 2 wins that seemed pretty improbable. Start to feel like maybe destiny's with you, and this one's going to use all the rings, but it sticks around. 2 points for the Swiss, and they go up 4-1.
Talked earlier, it's a big game. Switzerland 3-3, Russia 5-2. Always a chance to bring one of those teams ahead of you in the loss category back to you.
Hirayama and Shikuya, maximum effort here. They need to be third shot, but it's gonna come up short.
And now, double available.
Huge disappointment for the Japanese. That stone needed to be in the rings. It's a double takeout for Mosaner. All of a sudden, Japan's going to be in a situation where they're going to be forced to take a single point if Mosaner can stick around.
Yeah, here's a look at the two different dimensions to these teams. Obviously, they both have skips that call the game and throw third stones. With the youngster Go Aoki, it's normally Masaki that puts the broom down, says, you know, let's play this. Whereas there, Mosaner put the broom down as a traditional skip would, put it down, slid to the other end, and is throwing this one. Knows where he wants it, 80%.
No double.
Oh, sorry.
There's still a chance for the deuce here for the Japanese.
He'll be disappointed he doesn't make either of those two doubles.
Yes, he will. But back to your thought, look, you're exactly right. Amos is very involved in the decision making and the shot selection and the broom positioning. Knows his own game very well. So here we go.
I see where he did there. Aoki trying to play the hit for two. Just wants to make this one go away. And there it is, 4-2 for Japan, so 7-4 after 4 ends of play. Lots of scoring already here. Japan, Italy. Well, the Japanese fans happy they get a 2, not happy they trail by 7-4 score. Here, the 3-6-1 World Men's Curling Championship. Lukole Hans Frauenlob. Japan have to start trying to chip away at this. Obviously, they're doing well with the hammer, but without, it's not going well.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of tight defensive struggles out here this week, but this game is definitely not one of those. Nothing but offense.
Okay.
Let's take a peek at Germany, USA.
And USA's played well throughout, but it's when they've made their misses. They've had a bunch of stones to finish off games where they've had a chance to win or force an extra. A couple draws missed, and tells the story. Here they have a chance to hit, score 2, make it a 3-2 game. Try and put that complete 10-end game together, not just 8 or 9.
9.5. Yes, exactly. Nice shot there by Greg Persinger to cash in the pair. Italy now switching gears a bit. Japan with the center guard. Italy not going around the center guard this time. They're throwing it out to the wing. So first sign of the smallest little hint of defense here.
Japan says, all right, we'll go in behind our guard first.
Absolutely. Tally ho. Pretty good spot. Slight over curl. Pops a tiny bit out the other side. Perfect weight though. There's a good look at it. Daniele Frazza, one of the most fun names to say in world curling. Curl now, trying to promote a little extra curl in the last few feet of the trip.
Very nice to tap that one back to lie 1-2. Japan looks like they're going all out. Speaking of fun names to say, Jaap van Dorp.
That's another fun name to say. Absolutely. Netherlands skip.
A 2-2 game against China. Netherlands 1-5. China is 3-4. Van Dorp draw here for a single point. Has a little bit of backing and can actually push it a little bit to make sure they get their one. They'll come down, little tap, and it is good for the single point. So 3-2. Netherlands leads China after 4 ends.
Yep, it's an important match for the Chinese. Netherlands giving them a big tussle. Italy now looking to deal to the center guard. Sam Peltzer, a pretty ugly miss trying to clear a guard in the previous end. See how he does here. Nothing ugly about that one. Perfect.
Let's look at the scores going on in this session. USA leading Germany 3-2. Switzerland up 4-1 over Russia. We're 7-4 in the 5th. And Netherlands, as you saw, leads 3-2 over China in the 5th end.
Go Aoki. Swivel, pivot, behind, around, look at the line. Looks like a guy that's played a lot of mixed doubles.
See lots of players moving different sides. They try to guard up that stone sitting in the top of the rings. But it is open.
Shikuya. Big sweep. Peltzer. Not laying a brush to this one yet.
Linea, no tirar yo. Linea, by the roll.
There's a good shot.
Roll to the wing.
He even nudges the Japanese stone a little bit further off the 12-foot in the process. Good shot.
How long does Japan go to try and sink one? Sort of started the end. Are you committed now?
Well, gotta hold your nerve, but no centers on. Yep, here we go. They're stacking up. Looking pretty good for us. Nice situation here where you can kind of hedge your bets and play a 2-for-1. You can make the double takeout, hit 3/4, maybe get a big roll behind the center guard in the process. Yutaka Redetaro looking on saying, well, what do you got? I don't know. Looks like he played contact point just to the left of the brush of Goliaoki. Double off the Italian stones, roll about
2シューター
4 feet to the left behind that center guard.
That's all.
That's all.
Just make the double and roll.
Nothing to it.
毛玉におめでとうよ
Must be close.
Make the hit. Now get the roll. Jump it all the way over. Look at this. Make the double. Make the roll.
Beauty. Beauty. Nearly buried it perfectly. He's hidden at least half of it.
Really nice. He didn't overthrow it. Sometimes you'll think, I got to throw a lot of weight in order to make that double and roll it over. Just nice control weight.
That's a very good point, Luke. Keeps the weight down to try and control the roll a little bit better. Alert sweeping, taking it as far as they can.
Aoki tells his teammate to go.
Go, go,
Keep
go.
go. Sweep that one, get it in behind.
どうでちどうでち
Delicate shot here for Joel Retornis.
どうでち
These are tough shots because you got to try and hold the line, play it tight. Got to get by. They do. Look at that sweep.
Squeaking it by the guard. Wow.
What a scrub. Getting quite the performance of sweeping ability. Andrea Pilzer.
Full credit there. Watch how close this comes to the guard. And a puff of smoke.
O le sta qua le kerla o le sta su dritte da quella banda lì.
Joel Retornis. I had it all the way. Never in doubt.
Sì, credo se devo chiamarla Giorgio.
Fortuna che non vola.
Sono toccato.
ちょっとなさげだななんか
ちょっとなさそうだな。
6まで
あ、いいよ、めっちゃいいよ。
ライム
6まであるよ。6ある。
ちょっとエース
6
したい
号ちょっとだけな。よし。
ライハーリーライエースだよ
よし。
ハーリー
頑張って頑張って。
ハーリーハーリーゴーゴーゴーゴーゴーいいよ来てるよライエース
Go, go.
Well, short of the freeze, but it looks like they are very close to second shot.
伸びないな
Might have squeaked in there for second
キャッ
shot.
チなんだけどずっと持ってる感じだったから
Directly in front of the Italian stone.
Sì, o da una banda o dall'altra. Laterale però giugheria.
Sì, quello sicuro.
Giugheria di là. Qua non grafa, qua arriva al laterale. Qua con solo da venire dentro. Tu piace venire dentro?
Oddio. E non organico niente. No, perché sono stati io caffista. Così. Sì, pure anche a frisare, Antonello non Ganielli. Colnarli a frisare. Se proprio volevo fare questo e per cavare quella dopo.
Ah, Elo?
Gli altri.
Virgin?
Ne ha punti.
Da quando?
De là, sulla nostra gialla. T-line.
Ne ha già lui?
Boh.
Sicurati. Sicurati line. Oltre
The international language of curling.
8.
T-line in there.
It's the black line that runs left to right as we're looking at it.
Look over at USA, Germany. Keeping an eye there. US leading 3-2. The teams exchanging deuces. Quiet out-turn tap here. Chance. Alexander Bauman. Try and score two. These are tough. Weight management important. You got to throw it to their front end.
Okay.
Just play it quietly. Obviously close. Get enough of that one. Tap it back. Roll it over. Nicely done by the German team to make that shot and score another deuce. Go up 4-3 after 5.
Deuces are wild on sheet A. 3 consecutive deuces in that game.
斜めにつける感じで斜めにつければ多分相手1で終わる
Speaking of deuces, Italy lying 2 right now.
38がベスト。
東野は
385だけどちょっとなんか弱気な385だから。
プッシュないなんかずっと持ってる
ちょっと
385みたいな
弱気な385。
まだ弱気なの
で超弱気今日。
Sake UI looking pensive at the far end, holding the target brush for Goliaoki. Aoyama jump it immediately. He was light with the draw in the previous end. This one looks light as well.
They're trying to freeze that shot stone. It comes up top 12 foot.
Italy has been scoring in bunches with last rock, and chance for another bunch here.
No, manca mezza qua, Mezza qua deve dare questa.
It's one of these situations, though, Luke, where it's hard to improve your current situation. You can put your rock into a spot where you could let the Japanese out of the end. If you'd misplace it slightly, you set up a weird double, triple takeout.
Worth the risk to try and basically play the same shot that Aoki will try?
Well, honest answer, I'm not sure. I'd almost be tempted to leave him that one again and play a stone to the other side of the rings behind the tee line, full in the 8 foot and lie 3, and let him chase it. And if he bumps off it, then you snap it 4. But Mosaner, confident, duck around those center stones. I don't like this one. It almost sits this one a little bit wide. And a bailout shot.
It'll be important if they're heavy to take it deep.
I love the line.
Try and tuck a little piece.
That's a pretty good shot by Mosaner.
Yeah, close enough. No double.
Nope. They can certainly remove one of them, but there's even a jam on the back. And the crucial thing for the Italians was hiding a piece of it behind the guard. And they've done that. Nice shot. If you're looking at like this, nothing's looking good here. Retorno knows it.
This is where you come down. What do we play? I want to throw the Yellowstone.
Yeah. Can we change colors, please? Can almost, yeah, double tap red, push it into the 4 foot, cut them down. It's about the best you can do. You might be a little bold and try to push it. Red, red, yellow on the button. Push it back a foot, but even sitting on top of it. Right now, you drop 3 or 4, the game's basically gone. See how good that stone of Mosaner's was. Tucked a quarter of the stone behind the center guard, no play on it.
So tap, tap. Keep your shooter in front. 7-4 game. Japan trails without the hammer. Need to hit that right angle on the first one. Tap it back. Push it.
Aoki doing it again.
Gets a shot stone. Mosaner sizing up a double through his own right away.
A lot of high stakes action here. So I made the inside double for a bundle earlier. Let's make an inside double for 4.
Or I tap for 1.
Yeah, it's much less exciting. He wants to play it. While they're looking at this one, let's take a look at this last shot by Aoki. He's been doing this all week long, just pulling these incredible little touch shots out of the fire to get them out of trouble.
A little bit of a magic show, obviously, here in Las Vegas. Lots of entertainment and shows. This is
totally making the threat of a 5 disappear with that shot. There's a smile from Aoki.
Okay, well, this could be ice for the hit, or it could be for the tap. I think the tap is what I would think of as
Tap's the sane play.
knowing the scenario. Looks like that's what the shot is here for Mosaner. As much as he wanted to play the double.
We'd all love to have seen him try.
but you give up a steal here, and all of a sudden the game is back on. You get one.
Definitely a smart play.
Big sweep, got to tap this one up far enough, and they will just. Not by much, but it is there for one for the Italians. They will extend their lead 8-4, doubling up Japan as we are halfway through our feature game.
Già serata. Se ponti così va bene, già serata.
Die Ziekers le mette, was 7-5.
Well, the first end got off to a great start for Italy as they had it all set up. A couple misses by Japan. And then the rocket from almost Mazaner. Double takeout. Not a problem. Pushes it right through. And there's a 4 to start this game off. Third end, Japan trying to force, unable to get it going. Leaves that one back 8 foot, the open hit and stick for a 3-ender to extend their lead. But Japan staying the course, trying to battle back, scoring multiple points with the hammer. Another opportunity for 2. And makes the nose hit. Go Aoki, and Japan get the deuce. But trail 8-4 after 5 ends of play. Look in on Switzerland and Russia. Switzerland 3-3. Russia 5-2. That is Russia lying 1 on the top of the button. Draw here to the side of the button. Alexei Timofeev to get that extra point. Cut into that lead. And the old saying goes, if you can't draw, you can't skip. Well, Alexei Timofeev, he can draw right to the button. He'll get his 2, and it's a 4-3 game. Yeah, their scores here in session 13. Germany leads the USA 4-3 in the 6th end. Just saw the update. Switzerland leads Russia 4-3 with the hammer. 8-4 Italy doubling up Japan in our feature game. And 3-3 Netherlands and China as they play on sheet D.
4-7 5-6 1-8
一か八か。一か八か。いや。展開向いてる。あと1分。次サイドガード。あれビールそんな来ないよ。ただ早いだけ。うん。アウトのビールかなり苦手。I love everyone. Every color, every gender. No, sulla nostra no. Rischi di fare peggio di quello che era.
Well, we're through 5 ends. Let's look at the numbers, and no surprise seeing any of these with the score at 8-4 Italy. Advantage 91-71 overall percentage, 91-77 in draw, and look at the hit difference, 92-60. Lopsided score, lopsided percentages, 8-4 through 5 ends of play. few of the Italians
Sending messages home.
saying it's on. Hans and Luke are on.
Hans and Luke are on.
Time to tune in. 8-4. Italy leads. Japan gets the hammer. They got their first force of the game. It's the first in the first 5 by either side.
We're just missing that 5 now. Got a 1, we got 2 2s, we got a 3 and a 4. Lots of offense in this game.
Yeah, not a lot of games you see 8-4 halfway through.
Halfway through. That's right.
We've seen 8-4 finals, but not halfway through.
Saw Switzerland and Korea throw a combined 23 points on the board last night. And this game at the midpoint, slightly ahead of schedule on that. Taka Ayama, 85% this afternoon.
ちょっと走ってるな。待ってるよ。
あるわ。3近いな。
いやもう4に入りそう。
止まってるよ、止まってるよ。
いやもう。
あ、でもある。
Like Shikuya was ready to body check it over there.
We may need to sweep to get that to finish to the side.
Daniele Frazza, 93% for the day. Pretty useful day's work so far. Halfway home in this game.
D-line! D-line! 5-1. Agit 5-2.
No, c'è Stella,
Sì, c'è Stel.
Tira allora. Tira fuori anche,
Well, this one heavy. They want to take it behind it, at least take it back. If they can get it through, even better.
Does slide through rings and out of play.
Well, that's sometimes the effect coming out of the 5th end break. A little bit quicker.
Yep. See it time after time after time after time. That's my little pet peeve in curling. Come on, leads. Pay attention. It's the 6th end.
Aoyama need to get these 2 guards in play.
青山さんいいです。
伸びてる。
クリック。ちょ。Okay, nice.
Nice corners by the Japanese.
So peel time. Time to clear the front. Just haven't seen Italy be crisp with this defensive game. Leaving a few stones around, going deep.
Missed it clear earlier, nearly noses that one, leaves the guard sitting just off center. So yeah, one of those situations where the best defense is a good offense. Maybe you just say, okay, we're going to give up 2s, we'll just keep scoring 3s. Ryotaro Shikuya, 68%, struggling a little bit today.
395.
Below his training average.
入っといていい。ちょっと曲げていいよ。ちょっと曲がるわ、この石。2。オーバーカール。伸びてる。
若干。全部止まる。
Guards are up for the Japanese.
遅れました。
Run and roll! Sì, va, lascia sprezzi. Velocità di prima. Si gioca così comunque.
Okay, California contingent has made their way over to Nevada.
Trying to enter this decade.
That's right, Flower Children of San Francisco have made their way to the Orleans Arena.
Well, they've been dressed up each and every day, something different. Sunday they were the Easter Bunny, handing out chocolates as Italy looks to make the hit, roll over.
That works.
Just a part of many of the people that dress up for the entertainment here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's great. We've got fans from all over the world here. And there we see some of our supporters of Team USA. No prizes for guessing which team this is. A couple are supporting.
The Stars and Stripes. That's part of the fun of these World Championships. events, as you see teams and everyone loves to dress up. You see, normally know the Scottish fans, you see the kilts.
Yeah, you normally hear the Scottish fans before you see them.
With the Swedish Junior Academy are here doing their cheers, and they're wearing the blue and yellow and
Cioè, se proprio...
Hop
Yeah, I was
Swiss.
just going to say the Swiss are here and their cowbells. You generally know when the Swiss are in the crowd as well. Makes for a very festive and international atmosphere, as to be expected at a World Championship. Even the Canadians, and the Canadians aren't even playing this afternoon. That's showing commitment.
True fans.
Could be by the pool, but they're here watching curling. That's fantastic.
Wearing their sweatshirts. João Rotornes. At that number on your screen. Don't want to bring the curse.
But we just did.
Yeah, he'll peel that one out.
Nice shot.
Gets rid of any backing, but opens that play behind the corner guard now for Japan.
Joe struggled a little bit yesterday with his shooting, but very much back in form today. AY at 63% today. Had a couple of bad misses early, but seems to be stabilizing his game here in the midpoint of it. And wrap around these corner guards. Probably going to hide half. Italy will run the guard.
Didn't waste any time putting the broom down for this one for Rotornes.
Let's look in at USA Germany.
No guards in play, and chance now for Greg Persinger to play this hit. Nose will do it.
Great run back nose hit by Torres while Persinger's lining that one up.
So just the nose hit. Greg Persinger got to execute the simpler shots, the open hit, stick around, score two, try and keep the two train going. Four of a kind.
He makes this 4 consecutive deuces. That's exactly right. That'll win you a lot of money.
Well, nicely done. Good sweep at the end to get that late finish. USA gets their two. 5-4, they lead over Germany. As Japan trying to wrap one around, give himself a chance. It's in the open. You could just peel it out too.
I was thinking the same thing. No reason to monkey around with it.
No, va bene, sì, restarla era niente in più.
You can overthink a good situation. Just peel that one out. Pull it off the rings. Make them make a play.
Interna non la zappa. Sì, sì, ma interna non la zapperà mai. La caccia ancora merda, sicura, se fa tap. Sì che può stirare tranquillo.
First job, of course, hit the rock. It's so much peel that you throw it a little bit full and you blow it by everything.
95%.
Clean, clean. Rolla via.
Nice shot.
Yep, makes that one go away.
Torres looking under control here this afternoon. Not that he ever looks out of control. Joe's one cool customer. And just looking to tap the Italian stone on the button. Back behind the tee line.
70% go away, Oki.
Kept his team in the game, though, with an amazing double tap in the fifth against fourth. Needs to curl all the way over to the nose.
Well, it's the reason he's throwing these final stones for this Japanese team. That's just an 18-year-old, but just a little bump on that one.
Just needed another half rocket curl. Taps it on an angle and leaves his own stone sitting wide open for Mosana. Aoki. What an experience for him. First international tournament, world championship.
In Las Vegas, of all places.
Las Vegas.
But not even of age.
You're not even old enough to go to drinks.
Or gamble.
Or gamble. Just focus on the curling, go.
Don't worry about the distractions there.
A barely legal Amos Mosaner throwing the open takeout. 23.
Well, they hit, little roll.
Nice shot.
Takes away that freeze. But leaves a little bit of this draw path available to get to the 4-foot. It's a draw against 3.
Aoki wasting no time. He needs a piece of the button to score a single point.
Don't want to lose it.
They did.
Line looks good. Get it to the button. Now look at that brush.
Wow. Just getting it there. Confirmation. Return is looking at it. It is a single point. Nearly lost it with the sweeping there, but a good last-minute save. Getting a piece of the button. Go Aoki, keeping them alive. It's Italy 8 and Japan 5 after 6.
Nice.
Forse. Meglio che ci fanno 2. Ora lasciamo che ci fanno 2. Fen 3, Fen 1.
Black. Sì, anche Black, sarebbe mai farlo.
Devi andare a centrale tornare laterali.
Vedere che è alti. Normale, laterale. Quello lì a provare al centrale e l'abbiamo tolti fuori. Ce l'è perfetto.
Back our live coverage of the 361 World Men's Curling Championship 2018 here inside the lovely Orleans Arena, Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. Lukoli joined with Hans Frauenlob. This game got off to a flying start with a double by Mosaner in the first. Seen a couple of singles on there.
Yeah, not many though, and I'll tell you what, go Aoki. Japan, after dropping at 4, have just been hanging on, but they are not letting go.
Okay.
Great little bailout shots by the Japanese, keeping them in the game. Down 3, and for Japan now, starting to run out of ends. So you're having to shift your mindset pretty quickly to getting really aggressive going for steals.
E molla questa, occhio che la ven giù.
The Italians, game plan here in the 7th end. Score. 1-2. two, doesn't matter. Just score.
And that's why the draw to the open side. Back part of the rings here early on in the 7th. We'll take a look over Netherlands, China in their 6th end as they wrap it up. Jaap van Dorp hit to score 2, make it a 5-3 lead. Trying to keep their chances alive at 1 and 5. 5 sort of that loss level that we're thinking will play out into the playoffs. And Van Dorp right on the nose. No problem there. So a 5-3 lead. 2 centerline guards, or just off centerline guards in our feature game. Hans, it is a 13-team field, the first time at the men's ever. 6 teams into the playoffs. We saw 6 and 6 at the women's make it in. We also saw 6 and 6 miss the playoffs at the women's.
Yeah, you'd not want to be relying on 6 and 6 getting you into the playoffs. It could happen. A lot depends, of course, the win-loss distribution throughout the field. As you said, Luke, we think 7 and 5 is a pretty comfortable number. 12-team round robin. So you're right. Any team on 5 losses will be thinking we have to run the table.
Right to the side of the button.
Pretty good shot.
Switzerland, Russia. You see Russia lying 2. Mark Pfister has to come down, play a little tap on the button. This Swiss team coming in. Obviously it was Peter de Cruz and his side winning bronze at the Olympic Winter Games. Now Mark Pfister and his side get a chance at the World Championship. Sitting right now 3 and 3. Do themselves a favor with a win over Russia. Big scrub here. Get it down. Little tap.
Nice shot.
And it'll be good for 1. So 5-3 after 6. The Swiss on top.
Huge game for them. They defeat Russia. Pulls them back a little bit towards themselves and propels them into a positive win-loss situation. So a huge game for Switzerland.
And all these head-to-head games with teams that are close are also the first tiebreaker.
Absolutely. Head-to-head records will break ties. There are no tiebreaker games. Teams are tied for the final playoff position. First tie break is the head-to-head record between the teams. Sometimes there are situations where there are more than 2 teams tied. If the head-to-head win-loss records are inconclusive, in terms of the games between the teams that are involved in the tie, the secondary tie break is the draw shot distance from the pre-game last stone draws that every team throws. So it's always settled by skill on the ice. Ryo Shikuya.
来てるよ。ちょっと重いよ。その位置ちょっと重いよ。Yes, yes, yes, yes.
Seen this path in the ice really move a couple of times in the game. This was really curling. Great brush. Just going to overcurl slightly. Second shot though, I think. Just.
How did that one ever go?
Yama Aoki. Maximum effort on the brushing. So close to that guard. Watch it really snap here and finish at the end. Full turn.
It looks like it is just second shot.
Pretty close. You take a closer look at it, but it doesn't appear the red stone is second shot. Does give Pilzer a little bit of a cushion to draw against. He's going to try and duplicate that shot. A little more pace than the stone that was thrown by Shikuya. Feather off his own, however.
Yeah, I got a little chip, little roll to lie 3.
That works. Nice shot.
And the devil jams on it.
Yeah. Angles are awful for Japan right now. fantastic for Italy.
7ベスト。
So he does have the hammer here in the 7th.
いいよ、上といいよ。上といいよ。上といいよ。
切れてないよ。
Aoyama just
Doing what he can, waving that stone, trying to get it to curl.
Okay.
But all you can do, it's wide.
いやいや、いい。前に残してる。
Well, leaves his stone in a difficult place for the Italians.
yeah, still lots to come, and
5 rocks in the 4-foot. Italy's line 3. 2 other Japanese stones in the 4-foot. Real party in there.
No, li cambia in storte queste.
Great
Una
look at it.
casolare,
Yellow stones belong to the Italians.
Anche se come ieri,
Yeah,
The
dobbiamo muovere
Japanese top
Margotto,
was
amico.
4-foot,
e
eminently
questa la vedi da
tappable.
metterla dentro.
Le tre nossi.
If you were super brave, you could try to squirt it through the hole.
Quel che la vedi? Da riccarla fuori.
could turn real ugly though trying that.
Bocciata.
Get really ugly really
Sì, da
fast.
And an
cammino
8-5 lead, I don't
questo
think they
per
need to
l'Italia.
try.
Ok, ma tira sto schifo
Well,
fermo,
into the game plan, we said right off the top again, what's the game plan for Italy? Score.
Gas luce alla gialla, mi pare circa.
I don't mind if you sacrifice a couple of your own stones along the way. Scoring one's great. I don't want to give up a steal.
Però Iga
Alla gioia.
Tre bocce, so.
Sudden return has no.
Non è male.
Timeout's going to be called by the Italians.
Non mi fa una castata, se non è male adesso. Grande.
No, se la faresti così per quello, si è incazzato via questa.
Che se saranno le fregane l'uomo.
Sì, non sì,
4 bocce per
non
quello.
so, perché qualcosa secondo me non può essere. Per me
Luca,
che
tre
sarasti,
bocce.
So
lasciare
Braun
così.
makes his way to the
Se la
ice.
serie sempre l'interna, io
It's worth the discussion. The Italians
Piuttosto un
know.
po' larga.
Sì, manca la giusta in
Snap a 2 or a 3 here. That might be the ball
Miki a
game.
vederla da Torino mentre spiaggiamo per Vargozzi.
Ma è tra i nossi, perché
Sì,
muore?
So. No, so una camica sarà però ecco,
che
se
loro
riesce a
sempre
metterla dentro dopo non la
Someone
cavano.
always looks happy. Got a
Giusto
permanent
far
smile on his face, a little grin like he knows something that you don't.
È una
Puoi
per
girare
4 tiri.
così, ma a velocità bocciata.
Sì, sul roll.
Questo resta qua.
Miki taş giocherà quello. Mi muover non intendo, tirare filo.
No, vabbè, no.
Beh, anche al film, non mi dispiace a mi film. Questa è la verità. O normale,
Anche
film,
normale, Zeus questa,
Sì.
resta schi, non è.
Ti resta schifermo.
Questa schia.
No, quella no.
Questa la vede
No,
qua.
l'importante ce l'ha.
Il red one here.
I don't necessarily show the freeze there on the inside. Then you close up everything.
It's not my favorite.
one I can see is peeling that off, but that's danger because we can move a lot of things around. So I think I prefer the freeze rather than the
The
guard.
thing is, if we freeze here, we have a line like this, and then if you can tap this one behind the line, then we can get this out, I think, because... What about, like, playing on this, like, roll, and just, and leave it here, the red one?
Play guard. I mean, I think I like the other one more there.
Freeze here?
Yeah.
Then he's gonna tap this one here.
Try to come with inside. Not try to, if you move that out a little bit, you can move it inside. Yeah, exactly.
Arrivare chi proprio?
And if you touch the if you touch the this way, that's my suggestion.
Well, wait.
Chi dai?
C'è una porcata. Una gran cagata.
Soren Braun's trying to sell Joel Return is on the
Sì,
freeze.
sinceramente anche per questo.
Joel's a little bit worried about that front stone being tapped, and it looks like it's kind of a compromise. Bit of a draw. Just get a little deflection as Soren Braun makes his way back to the coach's bench.
Però non era un po' l'anno.
Remember the previous stone of the
Che se vuol per il T-line?
3-7, 3-8.
C'ha velocizzato o no?
3-7.
No,
Sì.
Pilcher stone. Northern Return is a stone, regardless, the one that just flicked the stone and redirected. If they could do that on this shot, just chip the red stone on the way by on the draw. That would be perfect.
Yeah, Pilser's last there that
Just
just
better
changed it ever so slightly.
5-2.
5-2.
5-2.
As long as this one is curling across the nose of the red, they're going to be okay.
5-1. T-line.
Tickle it. Not quite. Not bad. Makes it tougher to tap the red straight back into the button area.
And then you still have something.
I think 3. Foot getting even more jammed. Joel's still thinking, oh, they still got that tap. Not really happy about it. Good news for the Italians, they still have 3 stones to come, so lots of chances to move stones around if they have to.
Yeah, if this one's heavy at all, you can throw some weight at it.
Yeah.
ちょっとラインです。
結構あるわ。
おお、あるだろう。
10、11、10、10、10、11、11、
ハックハック。
11。
Hearing about hack weight.
So tap the stone, definitely.
Now what angle do they tap it through? Right between the 2.
Back of the button.
That was a little unlucky. They were on it. They had a chance. They let it curl a little more. It might actually curl up and tap it onto the side one. Goeoki was trying to get it to go on the angle. And just that in between.
Now, literally every stone so far in this end is in play.
For now.
That's about to change. Tarnaz can hammer the red stone right in the nose, drive it onto the yellow, pick off the red.
8 secondi.
Has to curl. Don't want to hit high side.
Right on the nose. We'll spill them all out. Not bad. Move some of the backing that's in the forefoot around.
It does. Italy now line 2. Wanted to hit this one flush on the nose, hits it a little bit on the high side. Yellow still hits red. Would have hit this one on the nose, the red stone right there would have sprung more. Sits on the T line. That might be a little saver for the Japanese to use. Intriguing end.
And not one you'd think with a team that's leading 8-5 and the hammer.
It started so innocently. Draw the wing. All of a sudden we've got, looks like the Las Vegas Strip at midnight. We've got a traffic jam.
これでいいと思うな。
どうせここドローしたって押されたらここでしょ相手。もう俺らこれしかないだろ。
そう。
道がない。
Counting the stones here, fans. Yellow stones as we take a quick look at Netherlands, China.
Chance here looks like for 2 for the Chinese side. Show Deja.
Shadisha. Looking at the Italian. Taking a peek back at the Italian sheet. I count 6 rocks in the rings for the Italians, and they got 2 to come. Just saying.
So the intern draw on this update, Netherlands, China. Draw to the forefoot, but this one's sliding. Sweeper's backing off. Got to stop, and it will slide too far, and it's only a single point. So 5-4 Netherlands lead. They'll be hammer on a 1-point lead in 8. We're trying to play off this side one. Hit, roll right into the pocket. Wow. Why wouldn't you be expecting Goeoki to make that?
Unbelievable. 18 years old, youngest player in the field. No fear. Watch this.
Just play the in off. Hit. Yeah, I'll roll right into a perfect spot in the pocket.
Yeah, we'll stuff it right in there. Fantastic. Well, there goes the 8 end. Now Italy's going to be hard-pressed to score. Goeoki single-handedly keeping his team in this one. Two to come for the Italians. They're going to have to move some stones around now.
Insomma, tirandole così? No, secondo me no. Un solo dopo, però credo. Anche perché se qui noi restiamo qui dopo per te giù qui.
Vabbè, noi restando in piedi quasi,
Decidi va da qualcosa? Credo.
Va a giocare l'11 su cui non serve a niente.
No?
Dove la fa? Guarda che, cioè, per passare su questa
Sì, no.
deve sciaparla qua,
No, non viene niente proprio. No.
Se tira qua, no?
Sì.
Però dai.
Piena che
They cross the face of that yellow one.
That's what they're looking at. How close can they get to
No,
the guard?
con sto chi,
I
dopo
think
lo
he just
tiro
hammered the
chi,
top
resta
one.
Dove questo?
Dove sta davanti?
Sì, però...
At least
Yellow's
hopefully get some
gonna
action,
jam.
some options.
Red's gonna go. Just swing and open the forefoot. You're up 3.
Piena possibile?
Just got to score. So 12:30 on the time clock for the Italians. They've used their timeout, so they need to keep their eye on the time clock. Penalty is severe if you run out of time.
You lose the game.
Smoking.
Faccio mossa, è quella rossa, è la zaga.
Good shot. Leaves the Japanese stone at the back of the button. Shot rock, but importantly opens it up a little bit.
I don't know if Aoki can play this corner freeze. Watch this. The green light's still on just before it makes contact.
Stones jump as they hit it.
You'll see one stone actually do a little bit of pinball action.
Stones going everywhere. Off the boards, in motion, hitting each other. It's like bumper cars out there. Yep, still a chance for the Japanese to wire another one. They can either guard, I think guard, or they could freeze and stick it on the pin. Say to Mosan and try to get it off.
フリーズの方がいい。
赤がねここにあるんだよね。黄色がここにあるのさ。
Slide over Switzerland, Russia. 5-3, Swiss lead. But Alexei Timofeev, in turn draw. Chance for open draw for 2 to tie this one up. Needs the forefoot. Klimov, Razabov. Guide this one in for this Russian team trying to make the playoffs for the first time ever for that country in the World Men's Curling Championship. No problem there. Right down. Deuce for Russia.
Happy enough to leave the stone just in front of the forefoot circle. Over curls exposes their own shot. And a gentle little tap here and the chance for the Italians to score a pair.
Or you know what? You can throw some weight at it, not play it cute. Just make sure you score.
Yep.
I think that's what they're doing, not trying.
Harsh positions dictating the shot choice. You're exactly right, Luke. Big peel weight. Hammer the red stone. Maybe score 2 that way, but you'll certainly score 1 as long as you make contact.
So last in the 7th end.
Little fishtail on the slide there. This one's a bit wide.
Just need to make contact. Punch it through.
Oh, nice shot by Mo Saner, and it's a 2 for Italy.
And that is a deuce and a 10-5 lead. Another multiple score. Italy doubling up Japan right now.
Dai, fatti dove alla fine.
Well, a 10-5 score. Italy leading, Japan doubling up on them. They've only been forced to a 1 point one time as we play in this 8th end. Now we're in a scenario where up big, 3 ends remaining. Italy can go full defense and just, you know what, let's get rid of stones. Let's try and play this clean. We've seen a little bit of some sloppy defense after they've scored some big ends. A lot more stones in that 7th end than I thought we would see, considering the score.
That's right, Luke. 5 up now, 3 to play. You can absolutely play the scoreboard. I believe can afford to give Japan pairs with the hammer. From here on out, they'll still win the game.
Okay.
Let's compare the leads, and both in the 80s, slight advantage. Aoyama 89 to 84.
Linea buona.
4-1.
Scura 4-2. Linea buona.
4-1.
Linea molto buona. Continua. Ok.
Good brush there by
Hola.
Pilzer and Mosana.
Yeah, those are placed well in the rings, one in front of the other. Sometimes you see a stagger, and it makes it tough if the opponent draws behind.
And running out of time, not on their time clock, but in terms of the ends left in the game. They need offense, and they need a lot of it. Trailing by 5. Free-guard zone part of the end is over. Next year in World Curling, they'll switch to the 5-rock free-guard zone, but this year still playing the 4-rock free-guard zone. So this one's fair game for the Italians to hit. Pilzer missed it clear earlier in the game. Let's see how he does with this one.
Lead. Irti.
That's a nice clean one.
Leaves the one long out in front. Japan will try and put it back.
Shikuya.
Japan trying to give himself a chance at 3. 2 probably doesn't cut it here.
Yeah, 3 keeps you in the game, for sure. Score a 3, then you can steal your way out. Steal 9, steal 10, steal the extra, win the game.
That simple.
That's simple, but I've seen it happen, Luke, so not impossible. Percentages are pretty low, but it's not impossible.
Well, look at the second numbers, and Andrea Pilzer 84%. Shikuya 71.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Chance at both. Get one. And just underneath of the other one.
Shooting by Pilzer.
Perché aumentava.
His work is done for the 8th end.
3球プッシュ。ちょっと近いか。
速そうだ。
3。ちょっと近いかも。
青山さんから。
まあ止まってきてるよ。
止まってきてるね。
あ、ライはいいよ。
エースかな。
Another guard.
よいしょ。
Playing a pretty textbook end from both sides so far here in 8.
Yeah, both teams have done what they're trying to do. Let's take a look at USA Germany.
Germany, last stone. They lie one top of the 4-foot. Chance. Continue those trends of a deuce. There was a blank out in the last end, but
Sure, kind of spoiled the pattern, but and has been deuces all over the place in this USA-Germany game.
So going out a little bit wider, though, will be Alexander Baumann. Draw the forefoot to get his second point.
What's up? What's up?
Both these teams 1 and 6 have to win out and hope everything lines up for a 6-loss team to get in.
Good shot by Retornas. Double clears and
Well, and Baumann will be short. He won't get there, and it'll be just a single point for Germany. They'll square things up. It's 5-5 after 8.
That one's going to go down to the wire.
Well, the U.S. has gone down to the wire a lot, and they haven't been able to finish out these games.
That is so true, Luke. Seen so many last rock losses for Team USA this week.
まあフリーズで OK だ。相手多分でもガードしてくる。いやもう多分ガーンって押して。まあ
Goyoki, young man with a very bright future in this game, 18 years of age. Still age eligible to play in the World Junior Curling event.
84。決めていいよ。決めていいよ。
オッケー。ちょっとライン S だな。
ナイスナイス。
ライン S だよ。
ちょないな、ベッドもない。
ハリー。ラインはいい
ベッドない、ベッドない。ほう。ベッドない。
ガンまで。ハリー。ゴーゴーゴーゴーゴーゴーゴーゴーゴーゴーゴーゴーゴー。はいはいはいはいはい。
Just short of the ring, maybe get a bite. You could measure it if you're desperate.
Don't think it's going to be there very long to.
You certainly don't want to leave it there.
Trying to punch it between their yellows.
Well, there's another golden nugget for Joel Retornas. Hurling his Yellowstone to perfection. He's had a really good game, and there's the stats that prove it. 96% for Joel Retornas. Clear edge over Masaki Ui.
Yeah, just at 71%, but 50% on his hits. Not much missing for Retornas.
3球ぐらい。
That was a very good afternoon's work.
Especially after they were handed a lopsided loss this morning. They were on the opposite side of the score that we see right now.
Definitely a nice way to bounce back after a tough loss is to play great in your next game.
ちょっとあるな。36。当てるよ。待ちたいよ。8。ブレーター待ちたいよ。
Nothing but Italian granite in the rings now. Masaki Ui trying to wedge one of his own in there somewhere.
Trying to deal himself a little bit of a different hand right now. Bit of a pocket, but running out of stones to use that.
Yeah, don't think those are pocketed aces.
No, Pil.
No, esatto.
Belong to
No,
his
c'è partita
opponent.
di riesce a top. Quello che fa, può appoggiarsi qua per bene.
Se fa in roll non si poggia perché non passa.
No, esatto. Normale?
Sì. Piace pure qua o di qua?
Qua mi perdo pure qua.
Dovrei spazzarla di qua però. No, qua devi aspettare che la Kerlia. Poi se devi andare pure la Champions interna va bene anche di qua,
No, ok. Fa così,
Just agreeing the turn. It's always going to be a play on the red rock. Joel Retornas said, let's play the in turn. Catch it then, roll aside. Not awful. A little wide on the out turn, you jam it into the pile. Not quite so good. Italy just playing the scoreboard now. Trying to eliminate safely Japanese stones. Long, lanky frame of Amos Mosa unfolding out of the hack. Oh, nice shot.
Very nice little roll, sit top of the 8-foot. Makes that drop. Even if you make the little freeze into the pocket, you got something to run in.
Look at that. 96 for Tornes, 96 for Mosaner.
And that 73, Go Aoki.
He's made a lot of big ones
Yeah.
in that 73%. He's had a few misses as well, but he's kept the team in the game, no question.
We could have had handshakes if he didn't make either of those shots in 5 or 6.
Absolutely right.
3分の2もないね。ピンがないんだよ。ね。63。
いいよ、上たいよ。ちょっと待ちたいよ。上た待ちたい。9。90。待ちたいよ。
あ、上あるよ。結構あるよ。
ラインはいいわ。
結構ある。90。
来てる。来てはいるけど。
早い。
ちょっと早い。
Well, just bounces off ever so slightly. It is shot stone.
He is sitting in the open, however. Okay. Stone's in danger.
Piera non è male, lo so che
Puoi giocare, Stesca, giocare adesso?
Sandron has to be liking what he's seeing this afternoon.
Il Migolin rosso che ma piena, perfetta. Dio, il Galpon, Ezio, insomma, che spazio Juan per impedere.
Safe behind the sheet. Wider weight this time from Mosaner.
Just a little inside roll. Just doesn't.
Closes it.
It's getting a little greedy if you want to get that inside roll. It would make it tough to score.
Good chance you got the fours here. No blank coming for the Japanese.
Yeah, you're not playing the quintuple takeout.
That's not happening. Not even if Masaki Iwa was throwing it. He could throw it hard. J.D. Lind looking on.
Okay.
Well, tough week as a player, tough week as a coach, though, because you're trying to pick out spots within games, things that work on, but also doesn't have to be all negative. It's got to be what did we do well?
Exactly right.
Moments from Aoki in this one. Hoping to make it one more moment right now.
Mosaner and Tornes, though, combined in the high 90s shooting percentage-wise, and that's hard to beat. Final stone on his way for Go Aoki. Will this be the final stone of the game? It's a must-make.
Indicating more weight than what they wanted.
Needs to curl a lot.
Let's try and start to make its move. A little chip, little roll in, and get the one.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Nice shot, Go.
Just makes shot after shot. But that is it. That's enough. Japan will concede. And it is a victory for Italy. 10-6, the final. Italy wins their third. They move to 3-5. Japan drops to 2-6. But a good response by the Italian side. A loss this morning, but a big win here against Japan. Well, we'll jump over Netherlands, China. We'll pick up action here. 9th end. China stealing 1 in the 8th end against the Netherlands. So we will pick up action here.
不用下线，不用下线啊，不用下线。好球！
Xiao Jilin, center line guard. Obviously, tie game. You'd like to see a blank if you're Netherlands. Carlo Glasbergen.
Lijn is goed. Back voor jongens, alleen lengte.
Try and draw to the open side.
Komt ie. Yep, hard dan. Back voor. Scheelt best veel. Scheelt heel veel. Make sure.
So play to the wing. They'd love to try and get a blank. We'll see. China decides they put up the second center line stone.
打定，打往里甩都行，飞了这局他就清了，就没有了机会了。
一点一点往里靠，别太冒险。OK。
打定就行。
So deciding play the hit on this one. Coming in, China 3 and 4. See, Xiao Jilin 100% on the hits, 83 on 15 draws. It's a normal split for the lead. I want to say a lot more draws than hits. Well, hit, roll to the backside of the 12-foot, and they'll just hang around. Ja, Van Dorp asking his lead, Carlo Glasbergen, play the hit.
Whoa. Close. Yep. Whoa. Oh, nee, niet. Ah, is oké. Clean. Maar steek, Carlo. 9-1. Goeie call dat hij hard was.
So back 12-foot, noses it there. China trying to decide, do we hit, do we go around? How do we go about this? Obviously want to try and force. Chu Jingtao. 64% trying to play the hit here. Real big sweep, try and make contact, and they'll hit, roll out. And that'll play into the hands of the Netherlands. They can go up and peel the guard now. Try and keep for a blank heading to that 10th end.
Clean. Oh. Okay, clean. Top.
Well, nothing in play here now, so wide open. Be tough for China to force unless there's a mistake.
Hard.
Another center line guard, just a little bit off. Continue to just try and peel. Netherlands 1 and 5, China 3 and 4. China still right now sitting in 7th place, half game back of Switzerland. Peel the center line off one more time. Look over at USA, Germany, 9th end. That's the final stone upcoming here for Greg Persinger and Team USA. They lie 1. Draw here for a second point. They've had opportunities throughout the week to win games. They're on a 6-game losing streak. Trying to snap that against the Germans.
Go, can't hurt it.
Got to get this one full 8-foot. And Persinger looks like he will be good. Won't miss this one, so that's a big deuce for Team USA in the 9th end. 7-5, they'll lead to the 10th. Well, Netherlands continue to peel. Walter Huisgens.
Yep.
Wants to try and keep this end clear.
Lane. Kijk op.
And Huisgens able to clear the front. China still being persistent. Trying to keep things open in this 9th end. Trying to retain hammer into the 10th. Zhou Cheng. See the numbers, 85% on his draws, 71 on his takeouts. Not a whole lot doing here in this 9th end after the rollout by China early. Playing right into the hands of the Netherlands. Out there, 91% on his draws, 83 on his hits. A solid game.
Yep. Hard. Hard, Jones, hard. That's good. Yep. Clean. Yep, yep. Okay, top.
We just came a game where we had an 18-year-old. Wouter, 19. Another youngster.
Old man on the ice.
Ah, wat hem wel.
It's kind of depressing when you're 19, you're not the youngest player on the ice anymore. So Walter can't go to the casinos either.
Him and Go Aoki will have some.
Yeah, him and Go can hang out.
Go to the movie theater,
Yeah.
the bowling alley.
Lots to do.
Zhao Dejia just draw to the other side. Good numbers on his draws. Lower on the hits. But of course got that steal in the 8th end to tie this game up. Blank here would give big advantage to Netherlands in the 10th end with the hammer. They have to finish off this end though first. So Jaap van Dorp, 28-year-old skip, second world championship, 11th last year in Edmonton.
Clean. Yep. Yep. Hoi.
It's nice to see a Dutch team back at this level, world championship level, for qualifying for the 2017 Worlds. It had been 22 years since a Dutch team had made it to a World Championships. And this Van Dorp foursome has been working really, really hard at their game.
Well, it's a long road. Obviously, 8 teams qualify out of Europe and at the European Championship, but they had a long way to try and qualify out of the B group, get to that challenge game, win the best-of-3 series there. This is just the 3rd time ever that a men's team has qualified for the Netherlands.
It's great. We've got 60 member associations now in the World Curling Federation. And sometimes you just see these teams like the Netherlands. don't really get an appreciation how widely the game is played because, of course, not every team qualifies to play in the World Championships. But
Yeah,
55 start and 13 get here.
Yeah, and a very similar teams each and every year. Obviously, there's your strong nations that continue to come in, year out, qualifying. That one goes to the side. So now to blanket will be Netherlands. China becoming one of those teams that's a regular at the World Championship.
Yep. Hard.
Well, they want to hit and roll out. Ja, Van Dorp able to maintain that final stone. The all-important hammer heading to the 10th end.
Ja, goed bezig.
Twee tiks.
Ja, tiks en dan alles weg. Tiks, peels en draw naar de pin. Toch? Zeker. Mooi. Nou, we hebben weer genoeg tijd.
Rustig.
Dus
Gewoon Sissy Hack, 5 minuten. Ja, Sissy Hack kan je echt wel hebben.
ja, precies. Ja, Sissy Hack moet je wel hebben voor die tiks inderdaad. Je ziet hoe weinig actie er op die stenen zit zodra je mee raakt. Dus.
Nog kan je ze niet flinterdun te raken. Gewoon kwart steen.
Ja, kwart steen. Ja, half tot een kwart zelfs. Ja, ik zie het.
Well, our feature game has ended. We've slid over. Sheet D, the Orleans Arena. 5-5 the score. Netherlands, China. Luke Coley, Hans Frauenlob in the 3-6-1 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. And that's how we've got to this point. But it all comes down to this. Hammer belongs to Netherlands. Game on. Centerline guards to start.
Key shots right here in this situation. Lead stones.
Geen rotatie.
You want to get this first center guard really long. Hope your opponent misses the tick so you can stack a second one on the center line behind it. Nice shot there, Michel.
Well, here comes the tick shot. See how much weight they play here.
The tick shot would mean you hit the stone and you don't want to knock it completely out of play because then it comes back in. It's in the free guard zone area.
Oh, close.
Carlo Glasbergen.
Chinese players ready to sweep their own stone. They're trying to get it all the way to the boards. If they do, it's going to come back.
And it'll just hit the board. So shooter gets pulled. The guard goes back out in front.
So close to a perfect tick for Glasbergen. The eyebrows go up. Just missed it. So there's the long guard. Now, can you throw the short guard? Basically drawing around your own guard for cover, but still leaving it short of the rings. Xiao Shilin.
向路 OK， 3， 向路非常好， hard， hard，
小搂一搂，搂一搂，go go go。
Xu Xintao, Zhou Qiang trying to get it by that center guard. Oh, they just squeak it by.
I don't get the separation, but it's in a position that a centerline guard can use.
Yeah, you can see that Zhao's disappointed. He knew that had to be a few feet deeper. Closer together they are, the easier they are to double clear later in the end.
Precies zelfde lengte.
Glasbergen.
Dubbel, zelfde lengte.
Nee.
Zelfde lengte.
Als de rol voor.
Tick attempt number 2. This one looks better.
Yeah, it looks a
Okay,
little
let's
bit
take
thinner. They tried it different ways. Some teams will play into it. That one
Got
crossing the
12 met
face.
Oké, scheelt toch wel.
We'll think debate about which one's the easier to read, but regardless, the job was done. Pushes that stone off the center line.
Yeah, and I think
Center
part of
guard
it,
remains.
because you cross it, it may create a little bit more spin on that stone.
Yeah.
3啊，站位啊。
Some would say for the line read as well, it's easier to read a rock coming towards another target rock rather than one kind of curling away
越
from
低
it.
越好
But。every team has their preference. Bottom line is you have to hit the thing really thin with exactly the right weight. Xu Xingtao. That guard being halfway, there's still a chance for the Chinese to draw around it and stay short of the rings if they choose. Big brush by the Chinese.
Another one they just get by.
That's in a great spot.
Yeah, that's the real dangerous one now. 2 center line guards. 10th end, a 5-5 tie.
Great brushing there by Xiao and Xiao. Now the chance to throw clearing shots finally for the Dutch. Lawrence Huckman.
Oké, Kleen. Let op die. Kleen. Ah, is oké. Hij gaat sowieso bovenlangs.
There's the top stone.
Oké,
Rid of
top.
that top one. Getting everything out of the rings right now as you see the time. Just under 5 minutes for Netherlands. 5:30 and counting for China. China still has their timeout remaining.
Exactly right. No problem there. Lots of time for both teams. Xu Xingtao to replace that center guard.
力量，
Stack this one a little higher.
下线，
Xiao Dezai's perspective. Like a little bit more separation on the center guards.
下线，
不杀不杀，好好好。喂，
Very nicely played. Wipe of the brow for Xu.
Если сделаем хорошо, если нет,
Huckmans.
и у них варианты будут.
Kleen.
A real tough angle to try and make that double peel. So
А? Очень короткий пробой,
get the
да?
one.
Single clear. Right now, you can tell you, Jaap van Dorp will all be thinking about, I'm probably going to have to draw the forefoot here. Few rocks to come yet.
Nice.
It's trending that way. Xiao Qian.
感觉还可以，可以。
地区没问题，
哇哇哇
地区，
哇
下线，
哇
地区，非常非常好，
可以。
哇，正常带，这
Nice execution by Team China. Getting those center guards
Okay.
perfectly placed.
Yeah, it may seem like a very simple shot, but there's a lot of precision to that, putting it in the right spot, the right height, good line.
In this situation, playing these guards is like playing a freeze. You need absolutely perfect line and absolutely perfect weight.
Yep. Yep.
With the Huskins?
Yep. Kleen. Whoa. Kleen. Kleen.
No double clear
Ja,
again
okay.
available, so it's a single clear.
Ook weer niet te dun pakken. Let's go.
Game of cat and mouse continues.
Yo.
Well, at what point does China make that move in?
And conversely, at what point does Jaap van Dorp maybe switch gears and go there and go himself? Spit it out.
It's a mouthful.
It is.
二区，
等一等，等等等不带了，我头我
下线，
我练功，
下线，
我可以。
To answer your question, like I would expect China to go on the next shot if,
First to skip stones.
yeah, if the Dutch do not make the double clear here, and that's pretty unlikely. Van Dorp having a look at the back
Probeer
stone
maar,
now.
als je die
Slightly
voorsprong
open.
is goed.
Ja, precies.
Moet wel een keuze maken. Gewoon gooi, boys. Deze voor ons.
This will be one they'll play tight. They
Got to hit something.
get rid of one.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Yep. Hard.
Whoa,
Whoa. Whoa. Okay,
Well, they'll
prima.
catch the top one. They almost flirted with it. We'll look over 10th end, USA, Germany. USA leading 7-5. And that's what's faced for Alexander Baumann. Got to play that cross house double and can't throw lots of weight because of the amount that's visible.
Shevchenko is in fact going to go around that center guard right now while Baumann makes his attempt at double.
Got to play this quietly. Persinger rolled to a great spot. Well, big sweep, got to get past that one, past the next one, catch it, roll right over, make the double, just underneath. Oh, that was so close. Need to curl a hair more.
What a brave attempt by Baumann, but finally the USA get one across the finish line. 8-5 winners over Germany.
Now, much needed win for Team USA. They are now 2-6. Germany falls to 1-7. That snaps a 6-game losing streak for the U.S.
It's a crucial rock for China. They've got playoff aspirations as well, and they need to hide this one. They have to steal this 10th inning to win the game.
Oh, trying to get in there, get this one in a good position.
Xiao Qiu dragging it as far as they can, just hiding a corner. One more foot of weight, that one probably buries. Xu and Xiao taking a breath. They really worked hard on that one. Gave it absolutely everything, even have to stretch out a bit.
They know they may have another big one in them.
Over the top.
Well, Stone's pretty close together as Xiao looks on. Yeah, Van Dorp eyeing up the double takeout.
Net iets over de nose eigenlijk zelfs. Let's go. Hampie.
Slash across the top. Kill them both. Open up the forefoot. Would be a great result for Van Dorp.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
Risk of a jam here.
Got to get one, get the second just over the top.
Now for China, the question you ask yourself, they're going to call timeout, discuss it. Van Dorp looking on.
Well, I think try and play a little tap.
The question that China is going to ask Coach Marcel Rock is this stone good enough to try and win the game? That's the basic decision. Or if it's not, how do we make it better? Van Dorp, Biskin's looking on. Two basics ideas here. Guard it and say, hit the forefoot. Or just tap it fractionally off the nose. Push it back onto the tee line. Leading to maybe a double takeout, and think about the draw. We saw this almost exact same situation in an earlier game this week involving Canada and Italy. Canada elected to tap in this situation, leaving Ramos Mozano a double takeout to win the game, which he missed. Canada stole. What will the Chinese do?
I want to take off. Yeah, for the big.
This way a little bit.
Okay.
Marcel Rock asking the essential question. Do you want him to draw, or do you want him to take out? If you want him to draw, just over guard. If you want him to take out, tap your own stone a little bit forward, lead him a double takeout, and make him make it. Zhao Dejia's answer was, I'd rather have him throw a takeout. Coach Rock says, fine, lay the tap.
Well, use the timeout to talk about it. Now, where to put the broom. Try and either play a tap or the straight come around, whatever you're more comfortable with, but if you come around and go back 4 foot, it's pretty good.
Just trying to make the final shot for Van Dorp as difficult as possible. You don't want to tap it straight back. You want to tap it on a little angle, show him a bit of the shot rock, make him chase it, and if he's a little bit wide, hit and roll out and lose the game. Virtual carbon copy to the situation I was describing between Canada and Italy. The Canadians made this shot choice as well.
Well, there's lots of things that can happen in that. A lot of teams are draw to the 4 foot. They're going to make that a lot of it most of the time in this field. So make your final shot. Force him, Van Dorp, to make the most difficult one possible. Van Dorp, 79% on his draws, 83% on his takeouts. Here, trying to play this little tap.
Want to hit this one as much on the nose as they can. They don't want to overcurl too much.
And they will, so it's going to be, don't have to play the double, just have to be the nose hit, but if it rolls out.
Just over curled. Zhao Dejia knows it. Wanted to show him half of the rock, but he's shown him the entire rock. And now Van Dorp nose hit for the win. Cannot roll to the right. Has to keep it inside the 8 foot.
Chance for a second win. This Netherlands team, young second world championship. And the final shot here after blanking 9 comes down to this one. Need the hit and the stick. And this one right on the beak, and it's there for the win. Netherlands knocks off China. 6-5 the final.
Thanks for the game. Good luck. Thanks for the game.
That was a well-played 10th end by both sides, but that last rock comes into play as a 6-5 Netherlands win over China. China now 3-5, Netherlands 2-5.
The faint beat of a playoff hope alive, staying on 5 losses.
And here's session 13. Things moving along quickly. Our feature game ended early. We saw the US beat Germany. We'll slide over last rock of the 10th end.
Oh man, look at this.
Switzerland down 1. Their last rock upcoming. Can they make a double? Is the double there for Mark Pfister?
He needs to score 1 to force an extra end. 2 would win it.
You can make this. I think it's there. Bring that back red into play and your shooter to score 2 in the win.
Needs to come really close to the guard to make it, though.
Well, Mark Pfister, his side, coming in 3-3. Russia ahead of him at 5-2.
Whoa, 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 Trillo!
They need to get to curl, but I don't think so.
And they spill it far enough to get 1.
Well.
They will get 1 out of it.
Just.
So we'll play an extra. That one, not really, they thought how they were going to get their 1.
Wasn't plan A, but you'll take it.
Yeah.
We're going to an extra end.
Shooter, dat ik tegen in val. Dat is ja zoveel gar nichts, dat is locker voorgespielt.
Ja, aber es ist so viel gar nicht. Das macht bei einem 7 so viel Treffer, oder nicht? Ja. Das wäre fast nicht gegangen.
We're back live at the Orleans Arena, the 361 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. Extended coverage for you. We are in an extra end. Russia versus Switzerland, a game with playoff implications. Simon Gempler.
Flip rem.
Linie ist sehr gut.
Linie ist gut.
Triller. Linie ist gut.
Karl Knut.
Oh, noch mal
Russia
drüber.
has last rock here in the extra end.
Tip top.
Long center guard. Now we're going to see the attempted tick shot by Russia. Evgeny Klimov, 80% for the game.
Whoa, широко, очень широко. Бэклайн. Ничего.
Laying a brush to it.
Просто широко очень, Жень.
Will stay in the rings. Just through. So one Swiss guard survives as Timofeyev looks on.
Он не сильно валил, Жень. Сегодня.
Simon Gempler, 89%, Mr. Consistency.
Warte noch.
89% for the game, 89% for the
Linie gut.
tournament.
Nochmal
Sehr
länger.
gut. 3.
Sicher 3 nehmen.
3.
Linie ist super, Linie ist
Karl
super.
Knut.
Bis hier.
Ja.
Supposed to be playing this
Ja,
like
ja.
a come around,
Ja, ja.
but it's a guard. Hide behind the long guard.
Gut. Haben wir jetzt nochmal das Timeout, Gempi?
Two very nice shots by Gempler.
Now for a team in that 10th end, you have a shot to win, you miss it. Is it tough to rebound and play that extra end?
Well, kind of is, but considering what he was looking at,
Начало дома.
with the risks
Делай
of
вверх,
jams all
4
over the
надо.
place, certainly wasn't an easy shot for the two,
Начало
so
вообще не надо.
in some
Вес
respects I think the Swiss
будет.
pretty happy to get to the extra
Линия
end.
супер. Хороший вес. 4, полностью 4, полностью. Не пустить полностью.
Russia, interestingly, not trying to tick on the second shot. They're going to try to come in right now. Oh, nice shot by Klimov. Right behind the guards, front forefoot. Excellent shot.
You need those, especially when you get a little bit of a miss early. You don't make the tick shot.
Perfectly buried.
Komm echt T-Line. Nicht länger.
All on a tightrope right up the middle, just like a high wire act here at a Vegas show.
Rafael Merki,
Wow.
80% on the game.
Nu, das ist verdammt weit aus. Hang off.
Freeze or a little bump. Don't want to be deep.
Sweepers are nowhere near it.
Gempi.
Just are now worried about the line. Just grazes.
Well, they had a little bit of a mistake staying that far away that takes the curl. They chip off it.
So gut.
It's a lesson for all you sweepers out there. You can never sweep it when you're behind the rock by about 2 paces. Stay with it. Zabov.
81 on the game.
Calling for the sweep right out of hand. Single clear. Now it gets interesting. Got a short center guard, 2 stones in the rings. Shot choices from here get very interesting indeed. Merky.
Ziellinie! Nicht schlecht. Komm, Gempi. Komm, Gempi, komm gut. Wie lang? Linie war perfekt. Komm, mit Kiele. Komm, Gempi.
Maximum effort on the brushes trying to get it
Gut.
near the pile.
That's a pretty nice stone. It's a spot that they can definitely use.
It's a useful spot. Russia has last rock. The Russians are playing the yellow stones. The red stones belong to Switzerland. Good shot here. Trying to move at least 2 stones if they can. Just one.
Just over the top, but everything in the rings now. Switzerland will guard it up for a few more stones. Enrico Pfister. This Swiss team starting 0-3 have won 3 straight.
Yep, they've had to kind of claw and scratch and get some divine intervention to do it, but here they are at 3-3.
3, 2 bis 3. Linie klein. Linie klein. Jetzt machen wir noch Länge. Nummer 2. Nochmal noch Länge. Linie kommt gut. 2 bis 3. 2. 2. Wow, können genug.
2 bis 3.
Wow, wow, okay. Alles gut. Gut.
Number Syndergaard. So if you're sizing it up.
Well, how hard do you go for it? Do you want to, are they going to put it in a better spot? Or are they going to give it in a spot where you can run it back again?
Briefly considering chasing the shooter. Now they're going to call timeout and discuss it.
I think it's too early to peel that one. To get rid of the one that is shot stone side of the button.
Yep. You can go a bit too early and give your opponent a chance to make an even better one.
А если наш идет за ти? У них будет 2 гарда.
Нет, сильно площадь. Сильно, так, чтобы этот наверху остался, а этот улетел. Что им делать?
А если мы просто выбьем его?
Тоже?
Да.
Но они выбьют этот просто. Они будут вести сюда, наверное.
Они повезут, скорее всего. Тогда мы сделаем пил. Он будет последним делать какие-нибудь тэпы и эти, да? И мы будем играть в доме, допустим.
Ну просто этот камень сейчас хорошо стоит.
Нам надо сделать лучше свой.
Alexander Kozlarev comes out, talk this one over with the team.
Ну что скажешь? Мы думаем, да.
Да. У нас есть вариант пил этого красного, либо пил гарда.
Невозможно. Да. Не, слишком сложно.
Если вы этот снимете, у вас хотя бы зона.
Да?
А этот камень хорошо. А? Этот камень хорошо стоит, у вас есть трудно. А что по весу думаешь?
Да, мне кажется, в среднем.
Пол камня он торчит.
Да.
You could play yellow-red slash right now.
Если вы сейчас снимете, он здесь сыграет.
Да, 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 у нас будет много камней.
У вас будет много камней.
И зоны маленькая. Мне нравится зону расчистить.
Окей. Давай пил этого камня.
Но главное, чтобы потом у тебя... Тебе надо 4.
Да, 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 да. Средним? Им еще надо будет с этим как-то потом сыграть. Ну пускай они пилом его сделают, у нас много зоны, но если не привезут, значит что?
The guard's in a pretty good spot for Switzerland to use. I think they wouldn't mind actually if Russia plays something in the rings.
На 5?
Да.
Especially trying to steal in this extra end.
Does look like Lukov is going to be asked to peel off the stone on the edge of the button.
Воу-воу-воу! Подними щетку, не вижу.
Not laying a brush to it yet. Has he got contact?
Затрем его.
Just grazes it.
Ticks it underneath.
That is hard to do.
Сереж, а что тебе средний-то не нравился? Был уверен в пятерке.
That makes it tougher. Look at this. Big weight just grazes it and pushes it about 2 rock widths right behind the pile.
He has struggled with his outturn hits in this event. Almost 20% lower on his outturn hits than his in-turn.
Ja, also vielleicht nicht beide Garten herrichten. Das Problem ist, wenn beide Garten nicht beide, wenn man beide Garten nimmt, du kannst nicht das abdecken und das abdecken.
Ja, das ist der schwierig.
Badly from the outturn side if you can ever get to it.
Switzerland has called their timeout in the extra end. They're each given 4.5 minutes to start and 1 timeout.
Spiel schon abziehen.
Das ist auch der Doppelfall.
I think if you would have been asking Mark Pfister if you would have a rock set up like this midpoint at the end, would you take it? He'd say absolutely.
Ja, und dann kommt er so.
Coach Robert Hurleman.
So tappt er aus, oder?
Ja, egal. Beißen. Ah, dann nimmt er beide Garten.
Beide Garten.
Ja, nicht so schlecht, ja.
So?
Nein, nein.
So durchspielen. Hier wäre er gut. Hier wäre er auch gut.
Ah, okay. Gut.
Finde gut. Und sonst halt hier.
Ja. Wenn er gerade kurz bleibt.
Sonst halt hier.
Ja.
Alles gut.
So, wenn er gut hat, Robert Garten. Ja.
So beißt er an die Centerline her.
Room position's telling you where they want it. Corner frozen on top one, top 8 foot.
Wenn er zu viel geht, dann kann der größere Garten verschwinden.
It's overlapped though, so the Russians can't make a direct pass on it.
Yeah, Russia's got a bit of work here in this one.
Stones to come yet for Russia. They've got last rock.
Well, and that was a tough one for Russia because it's one you actually could have tried to sweep to go right by so you don't tick it.
Yeah.
But you were also hoping that at the same time it does catch enough to push it out. That was super thin, feathering it over in behind.
You know you don't have to hit it very far, so you're tempted to wait for it to curl. So now we have to move it 3 feet. We're okay. We moved it a foot.
Enrico Pfister, 76% on the game. Switzerland stolen 6 ends so far. Russia's only given up 4 steals, so pretty stingy as far as the steals.
Well, this one was lighter than they wanted, so they're backing off it. I'll guarantee you're going to be clearing something. It's just a question of which one.
Whether you run it into the house or not.
Well, I think there wasn't much risk running it into the pile. You could hit the stone that Enrico just threw, slash it across the top stone, and just rip it back into the pile, or you could just drive the one straight back. I'd run the one on the wings myself because if you make it, you leave no center guard. You run the center one back, you're still leaving a center guard. But you got to move something.
Whoa! Whoa! Поднять, ничего не вижу.
Again, outturn, a little bit wide.
Gets nothing. Not getting any result out of that one.
Switzerland know that they're 2 good guards away from a possible stolen point victory. Actually, Timofey
Lijkt das nicht.
wondering what options will he have.
Ja, das ist schon recht. Hier, gell? Das 2 wäre gut. 80.
Look at the right of our picture. There's the Marco Usil Pavanini jump shot off that stone in the wings for a possible desperation saver for the Russians if they could ever get to it. But Timofeyev is hoping he's not going to have to throw that.
Hoping not to, but even the angles aren't really great with that one either.
Not awesome.
Jetzt kurz, oder?
Mark Pfister, his 3rd World Championship. Didn't get off to a great start, 0-3. Got things going in their favor at 3-3 now. And the team right ahead of them in the standings.
It's a huge game.
Got to keep this going to close up the center line port. Guard up that red one.
Takes away the out turn.
Terug, hè. De linie was goed.
Hesitation from Alexei Timofeyev.
Чуть больше.
Couple of options here. He goes straight back. Or you can slash it across the top of the stone on the top of the 8 foot. I think he'd prefer the latter.
And even if he makes something here, you know you're going to have, for Switzerland, you're going to have something in the rings. Not everything's going to go out on this. See good numbers for Timofeyev. 83%. His first in this extra end. Needs to curl, try and get something in the house.
Nothing doing.
Again, nothing.
Switzerland now one great guard away from a possible stolen point victory.
How high do you want this? Halfway?
I think so. I mean, it's almost a carbon copy of the one he just threw. Alexei Timofeyev sizing it up. He's just wondering, what am I going to have?
He's going to have to make that run, and hopefully he...
Well, the other shot that might just be there is just making a direct play on the shot rock with maybe hack weight on the intern side. Clipping Swiss stone off the back of the button with maybe backline hack weight. That might be all he has.
Ziet er nog knoer.
Mr. looking to defend against the easier shot, which would be the straight double tap.
Well, it's a guard he just threw. You can throw a guard in an extra end without the hammer. Yeah, I think you are liking it as a skip.
This one's tracking wide.
Yep. Yep. Whoa, Lengy.
It will move at the end.
Whoa. Yep. 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 Zie je? Ja, ja. Whoa. Zie je? Yep. Whoa.
Good shot.
Good distance. Covers enough. Doesn't give a great angle going in.
Not even looking at the intern. It's going to be the double raise. Triple raise, actually. Yellow onto red, onto yellow, onto red.
And have to hold the yellow.
And stick the shooter. Exactly.
Just as you draw it up to win in an extra end.
Yeah, not the shot you want to be throwing.
Well, huge positioning for possible playoff positions in this one shot right now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa! Whoa!
Nothing. Trying to get it to curl. And we'll go over the top, just touch that red. And it'll be a steal of one for Switzerland. They steal away the win. A 7-6 victory for Switzerland.
Yeah, Switzerland, like the cat with 9 lives, 3 losses and now 4 improbable victories, but they're strung together 7-5 winners over Russia.
Sixth end here, and facing 3 yellow Italian stones. Go Aoki has to draw the button. And this 18-year-old kid, nerves of steel. Don't make this, game's over. And he goes right down. Great sweep. Aoyama takes it to the button for 1. Seventh end, and knowing the scoreboard, knowing they get rid of this red, a chance to score a couple points. Mozaner's favorite, the high hard one. Pick this one out, chance at 2. picks it cleanly. Those yellows come in, and it's a deuce for Italy. And not a situation you want to be faced with. You're last in a game. You need to score multiple points. Facing 5. Go Aoki. Out-turn draw to the button. And this one will need a little help from that yellow. Friendly little rub and roll. And there's a single point, but not enough. Japan concedes. It's a 10-6 Italian win. And the other results from session 13, USA knocks off Germany 8-5, while Switzerland steals the extra to defeat Russia 7-6. Italy, as you saw, beat Japan in our feature game 10-6. Netherlands knocks off China 6-5 on sheet D. Which leaves us in this scenario. Sweden 7-1 atop the list. Canada, Scotland close at 6-1. Then Norway 6-2. Russia, Switzerland both on 3 losses. Russia with 5 wins. That's the playoff line right now. China just behind, along with Italy and Korea at 3-5. Netherlands, Japan, USA all with 2 wins. Then Germany 1-7, rounding out the 13-team field.
Joel, a comprehensive win after a tough loss this morning. What made the difference for your team this afternoon?
Yeah, this morning it's been a tough loss, and we just had a debriefing, and we had to regroup as a team. So we're not better players than we were this morning. We just had a better performance, and that was the key of the game.
You had a choice in the first end. You had an easy shot for a 2, but you chose the tough shot for a 4. What did you and Amos discuss before you made that choice?
The thing is that it was the first hand, as you're saying, so we might not have tried that shot later in the game, but because it was the first hand and we had a chance for 4, it was a good opportunity to take, and we tried it, and it worked out pretty well.
And you mentioned execution. Both you and Amos played this game high into the 90% range. Do you think you can maintain that level throughout the rest of the tournament?
Of course, we're going to try to do so. It's not easy because the other teams are very, very good too, and most of the times they have you to play tough shots. But if we keep staying focused, and we know we can perform, so it's up to us, and we have to do our best.
Well, congratulations, Joel, and good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you, Hans.
Well, victorious Joel Rotornez in Italy. They pick up a big win for Hans Frauenlove, myself, Luke Coley, our entire crew. Proud to bring you the 361 World Men's Curling Championship 2018 from Las Vegas.